Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Dreamer's Journey. Please note that this is an adult stream. Viewer discretion is advised for harsh language, graphic content, and some underlying themes. With that being said, please join us as we continue our journey. All right.
Oh, hey guys, hey, it's me, Jaden. For those who weren't here, last time on our stream, we happened to make we happened to make our way out of the little computer room, and we all got caught up to speed on what happened in that horrible short story. We went to go and investigate the church some more, and I wasn't having any of this mystic voodoo hoodoo. We went up to the bell tower and we found that the bell wasn't there, and then we went down into the basement where we found that there was this man and this beast in the other corner of the room. I wasn't having any of that, and I smartly left the room and ran back outside after Mister Whatchamcallum decided to be a little dick. But that's not important. We came back out and we saved that old man, and then we came upstairs and then we left for the hospital. There, we were questioned by the police for what happened due to our injuries and the fact we were carrying an old man with us. And after questioning, we promptly went back to our places of residence. A couple days later, we decided to go to a little Click concert, and I managed to nab some pretty good photographs, if I do say so myself. And the whole time, it turns out James and Jack were, well, they both had an interest in a certain girl. Anywho, after that, in an uneasy dinner that, oh boy, I could feel the tension there, we all went back to sleep, and when we woke up, we got some letters from a very mysterious college. Now the question is, how the heck am I going to afford to pay for that? But with that out of the way, I think that that's all that needs to be said. Please enjoy the next stream of our horrible, horrible adventure. Good Lord, how did I get involved with this?
You guys ready?
Yep.
I'm waiting on you.
Oh, good lord.
All right, let's get into this.
I have cheese balls. Balls
So,
made of cheese.
so we left off. You guys just woken up and read your letters of admission.
Mhm.
And what are you doing now?
I would go back over to the cafe to meet up with the group.
I'm getting a cup of coffee.
So, if you guys don't remember, you woke up and the letters were just there.
James, when you come downstairs, you just see Jack is sitting there with a black coffee, just sitting at the table, looking at a closed at an envelope on
Jaden's
the table.
starting to make his way downstairs, and he's sort of squinting and looking at the letter. Hey guys, I can't really find my glasses right now. I think the prescription is wrong. Did one of you guys happen to get a letter last night? I think you put it in the wrong place.
So
I'm just gonna hold up my letter.
James is gonna hold up his.
Is Jay
Oh.
here?
Yes.
Jay would say, "Are you kidding me? They gave you one?"
I'm surprised they
Well,
gave you one.
I mean, to be honest, I'm quite surprised myself. I've never really been to college. I don't have any credits to transfer over, but
Well, I kind of got forcefully transferred. I was doing medical school, but now I'm apparently doing this.
I already graduated, so I don't know why I'm going back to college.
wait a minute. Did that didn't that voice say something in the woods the other day? Something
Yeah,
after
this is that Miskatonic University. It's the place where Dante was invited.
Yep, and the wonderful place of Arkham, where we have to go next. Isn't that just? I need coffee.
I'm just gonna hold out the coffee pot and just pour a cup and just set it back down.
Yep.
When you
I
drink it, it is just like strong, strong ass coffee.
um does anybody know anything about this college? I really haven't heard of it.
We tried looking it up the other day, but nothing. Not even a single mention, not a single word, just nothing.
So let me get this straight. We've all been transferred to a college none of us applied to, wanted to transfer to, or nor has ever been heard of by the general public.
Basically.
Look, if we're
We're going
looking
to
for,
die,
if,
aren't we?
hey,
Uh,
on the bright side, it says that their survival rate's at nearly 65%.
oh,
Yes, I
wow.
didn't know what they were comparing that to.
Oh man, guys, I was really worried. My college's survival rate was at 100%, but 65 is a lot better.
Our Look, I don't know how we got these things, but I should we even go? I mean, these letters might be a mistake.
We were gonna go before we got the letters. Why are we not gonna go now?
And they're not a
I mean,
mistake.
letters.
Oh, would it have something to do with the letter showing up mysteriously beside my head?
Yeah, it's magic-y stuff, dude.
I mean,
I would have known if they walked in.
that's kind
And
of
that
why
doesn't make me feel any better.
I don't want to go. Look, I'm a bit uneasy after that voice. I don't think it's done with us. What if this is like it's just a trick or something?
Look,
I mean,
I don't expect you to be part of the 65%, but I intend to be.
So
I think that was a 1% joke. I'm not real sure.
we have two options here, guys. So let's look at those options. We either don't go, stay here, live out the rest of our lives, or we go hunting down this weird ass university that I think told us to meet them in the forest to meet our advisor. Normally, when I meet my advisor, it's in a nice office. But no, 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 no. A forest is better.
You're expecting normal from the place that has a life expectancy.
Yeah. That's the thing is we can either go there and have our life expectancy of college lowered by 35%, or we can just stay here and I can finish medical school, he can finish psychiatry school, you can go on with your photos, Jaden, and Jay, I don't know what you do, but you can do that as well.
I'm a computer tech. And also, I'm not sure that's the best idea. Were these things called dreamers apparently? And from the sound of that spooky voice we heard, dreamers don't live long without the help of the college. Don't you remember those mentions?
look, I'm not sure I trust the voice. It did, after all, ask us to kill an old man.
Yeah, he didn't
But
want us to go to the college, remember?
here, how about this? I still don't really trust it, but I mean, if we're meeting in the forest, it's around here. We could probably go and we'll be fine,
No, no,
maybe.
no.
Just
It's in
Or
Arkham.
It's in Arkham. It's in a different state.
and he's gonna reread the note. God dang it, I knew my glasses were off.
Look, I got a bus we can use. Don't worry about it.
A bus?
Yeah.
'Cause when do you own a bus? Why do computer techs need a bus?
Because it's a big, spacious area. I don't want to fucking drive around in some smart car. Smart car.
Smart car.
Look, I'm still growing into the accent, okay?
I know, but it's a smack hat.
Yeah. I value my space. I got a lot of tech to use.
So, am I the
Plus,
only
I
one
gotta
who
have a router.
am I the only one who really doesn't want to go?
I really don't want to, but I mean, if I'm being real, I kind of have to go to the place anywho. I need to follow Click.
You don't need to.
Well, this is kind of my livelihood, so yeah, I need to. And
What did-
look, see the photos I got last time? Those are gonna sell like hotcakes.
Look, I don't. What did you do before you heard a click?
Look, before I heard of Click, I was just selling like random wedding photos. That doesn't exactly get a lot of, attention in New York, especially because people are starting to do weird weddings. Look, point is, Seth's photos sell well. He is my best source of income right now.
Okay. I guess we're going to Arkham then.
Jack's just going to sit there and go, "We're going to die. I can just tell it now."
I think I'm gonna need another coffee.
Can I have another one of those cinnamon teas? That was pretty nice.
Coming right up. Jack will stand up and go get you cinnamon tea.
Hell yeah.
So I guess we're all packing up our things and heading out.
I guess so.
Already packed.
Oh, good lord.
I'm going to be smart and at least bring a weapon other than his handgun.
I agree. After he ran away, we need a secondary weapon.
Plus, I don't feel comfortable leaving my shotgun here unattended in the shop alone.
I don't feel comfortable with you bringing a shotgun right now.
Oh, Jay would
I
look
was
at y'all
telling
and
you a
say,
little bit last
"Oh,
night.
by the way, did what was her name? Victoria, did she get a letter?"
I didn't think to call and ask yet.
I can call and ask.
Sure, why not?
Hey, Jay, can you do me a favor?
What?
Can you make sure that he doesn't have the shotgun with him? Can you carry it?
I'm not big on guns.
I just don't trust him with the shotgun right now.
Okay. Jack, do you mind if I carry the shotgun?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I don't think he is.
Maybe.
Jack, I promise not to use it. I'll just carry it for you, okay?
I got it. I won't. I'm gonna pull Jay to the side and go, "Don't worry. I'm not gonna shoot him. Zoe won't let me."
I know you won't. That's illegal. But but he also seems a little scared, so
Only if you get caught.
Oh
yeah,
no.
and you will.
Yeah, so James will go ahead and call Zoe, or at least text her. And probably call. Be better.
Already calling her Zoe now.
Oh, no, this is out of character, you bitch.
Hello?
Hey, Victoria, quick question.
Yeah.
So, me, Jack, Jaden, and Jay got these weird as hell college acceptance letters last night from Massachusetts, Arkham, and Miskatonic. I'm guessing you didn't get one, right?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's, I think, something to do with the church we went to the other day.
Tell her to check her bedside.
Can I
Jace?
go back to bed?
Yeah, you're fine. Check. Can you check your bedside really quickly?
Okay. What am I looking for?
A letter? An envelope? I guess, yeah.
No, I don't have any kind of letter.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no. Get some more sleep. Sorry for waking
Okay.
me up, yeah.
She hangs up.
It's just us, guys.
Well, that's probably for the best. From the sound of it, your sister wasn't really involved in all this.
Oh, I don't know whether to be panicked or not.
I don't know either. I'm just gonna go and get some medical equipment just to be sure.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah. Already have them because college, so might as well bring them.
while he goes off, I'm gonna go ahead and get the put the shotgun in its case and grab my 2 packs of shells, going just in case. I'd rather be able to shoot something more than once than if need be.
All right.
And I'll load up my clothes and get my stuff ready and go. Look at my keys and go. Road trip or not? Road trip or not? Road trip or not? It'd be nice to have actually a nice drive. So I'll be waiting by the door.
All righty. The rest of you?
I'm already packed.
Of course.
Yeah, James will grab some. I don't even remember what exactly I have on his character sheet, but I think he's grabbing a. He's grabbing a complete first aid kit, a medical case, a disposable respirator, and an emergency burn kit to take with him.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after that he'll come downstairs and he's holding
Jay
a
would
medical
tell,
bag. And,
so it's right now it's Jack and James at the front door, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and I've probably also
Hey.
grabbed my cell phone and my my laptop.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have grabbed the laptop as well. I would have grabbed school supplies, basically.
Jay would pull out his smartphone and say, "Hey, fellas, get behind me."
What?
I'm gonna stand behind him and like the child with the flag for elementary schools.
Single file line.
Jay would take a selfie with him.
James is not even behind him. He's just looking confused as fuck.
In all seriousness, Jack's gonna stand behind him and kind of like creep up from behind his shoulder and kind of have a limp wave.
Thanks, fellas. And he would begin texting that to his mom.
No.
Uh,
I'm going
Vince,
to college, Mom.
I don't know why your character's so confused. It's not like an alien concept, the selfie.
That is
Are
true.
you a fucking boomer?
That's 2 years too early for that kind of shit.
All right. And Jaden,
Jean.
what are you doing?
Jaden's not really doing much. He's just packing and trying to be quiet for right now.
Okay. All right. So you guys get all packed. You guys load up into this bus that Jay has.
Is it a
Inside
party bus?
you would- Inside, you would see several pieces of Jets memorabilia.
I like
the Jets.
Interesting.
And
Do you mind if I put my stuff down in here with you? I'll ride with you. I'll ride my motorcycle in.
Shotgun.
Jay would say, "Sure, if you want."
It just would be nice to have a nice drive on it.
I'm gonna sleep.
I'm calling shotgun.
on what?
Not my shotgun.
On the well, wait. I thought he had the bus. No, it was like a bus we are getting on.
Yes.
Yeah, you can come in my bus.
Phrasing.
What?
What?
Nothing.
I want you to go out. No.
As I said, phrasing.
So yeah, so it's Jack on his motorcycle and the other two with Jay in the bus.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Basically.
All right, I would call my driver.
All right.
You have a driver? Damn, son.
I already told you. I finished college. I got money.
Yeah, I'm the exact opposite. I'm still in college and I'm broke as fuck.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm.
Tell me
Sorry.
how old you are.
I'm 20.
You're 23 because I'm 26.
No, I'm 22, bitch.
Then yeah, Jay.
No,
No, I'm
22.
28.
Jay is younger than you.
Yeah, I'm 22, man.
Yeah, Jay's 21.
Oh shit. How long have you? No, that makes sense. Actually, I finished my bachelor's a few years ago. Just working on medical school now. Woo! It's killing me.
All right, and you guys are all headed to Arkham. And we're not going to deal with any kind of thing on the trip. You're just gonna, hey, you're in Arkham.
Yep.
Yay!
You
Hold on, we
you
need to sing Beautiful Road Trip sonnet.
what?
That's right. You gotta have a road trip song to symbolize that your characters are moving.
Jay would say, I don't sing.
Do road trip. All right.
There
All
we
right.
go.
99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer.
I'm gonna shoot him.
All right. So you guys you arrive in Old Town Arkham. In the kind of the historical district of Arkham. And it's very large for being the old town. Very old. It's architecture is lots of brick buildings, many of them covered in ivy and moss. And despite all the buildings looking very old, they're all in really nice shape. And clearly, you can tell that the town cares about his history, given that they are keeping up this aesthetic that that the town has. And you kind of feel like as you're driving through, you kind of feel like you're almost like looking through kind of glasses that lets you look into the past as you look into Old Town Arkham. But eventually, you pass through and you go into the modern side of Arkham, and it's a busy town. It's not as big as it's about like Boston size, um, and it's got a lot of people, so it's not quiet. But where do you guys go?
I would, is there, like, what is here in Old Town Arkham? Like, are there any buildings that stand out?
There is in Old Town Arkham, you find a building that looks like it used to be like a huge town hall or like government building. That stands out, and then actually right next to it is another very large building that just says Arkham Library.
Okay.
Those are the two buildings that really stand out because they are the biggest in Old Town Arkham.
On Google Maps, am I able to find Arkham Forest?
Yeah, it's just to the west of Arkham, and it is a fairly large, but not huge. It's not the forest is not as big as Jericho, but it's still fairly large since it's New England and they like to keep their nature intact. But it's on the western side of Arkham.
Okay. How long will it take to walk there?
To walk there from Old Town,
Yeah.
probably 45 minutes.
All right. Jay would say to the others, hey, I know the way there.
Hey, well, let's not be so hasty. I mean, we just set in like this big location. There's probably a lot of stuff here that we can, look at. Like here, there's a glass shop over here that seems pretty neat to me.
Well,
Should
from
we
the
get a
sound of it,
room? I mean, are we just gonna assume that the college is gonna give? I mean, do they
if they
have
don't,
dorms? Do we
if they
know?
don't,
Right.
if they don't have dorms, we can live in the bus.
Could all of you make spot hidden?
Oh shit.
No.
You dad.
And we found the cults.
All right, so that's a critical failure.
Yep.
Nice.
I should have just stuck with no, actually.
You really should have. Probably would have given you a better outcome.
Where is my spot hidden?
All
That's
right,
a
another
fit.
failure.
I gotta find where my spot hidden. There it is.
Oh my god. And a
Dang
failure.
it,
So,
Jaden's the only one.
as you guys are all looking around Old Town Arkham, you all, like, as soon as you enter the town limit, all of you, get this odd sensation, kind of, like you're being watched. And you look around and like look out the windows of the bus or look around in the on your motorcycle. Especially when you stop, you get out and you look around a little bit. You can't shake this feeling, but you don't see anything either. Um,
Do I
but
hear anything?
you know you don't hear anything. But Jaden, as you're looking around, um, when you're on the bus as you enter into the town, you kind of see just for like a couple seconds, you see up in the sky it looks like a ginormous bat. You see like bat-like wings flying through the sky, kind of almost tailing you, and you kind of are watching it. You see it only for a couple seconds every now and then, but you're kind of watching it as you drive around Old Town Arkham, and it seems to be following you. And it's from you can't really get quite a glimpse of just exactly how big it is, but given what you can tell, and because of that role of yours, um, it appears to be roughly the size of an elephant.
Hey guys, do you know if bats are native to this region?
Yeah, bats are
Right.
everywhere.
Not even the foggiest.
Bats are literally all over America. It's not a big deal.
But are there big ones here?
I bet fruit bats can get to be like the size of a head.
Yeah, probably. Here,
And as you look back, it's gone.
hold on. My glasses, they're getting all foggy.
Elephant.
You see that Jaden's taking off his glasses and he's furiously polishing them, trying to buff out the sort of imperfections that might be in them.
I imagine that Jack is just like on speakerphone, like in the like sitting in the middle of the table or something that you guys are all sitting at during the bus drive or something. Wait, are we on the road or are we already parked?
I think we're
Just
already
walking
parked.
around?
You've already parked, and
Okay, that was what I was
gotten
confused
out.
about.
But if you want to get back into the vehicles and start driving again, you can.
By the
I
way,
bet Jack kind of was like, but bats are normally nocturnal animals. If you see them out during the day, usually that means that they're rabies. They usually have rabies.
Oh,
by the
right.
way, I forgot to mention what he calls a bus is just a big van. It's not actually a
What a
bus.
bitch.
Sense.
Well, and what I called a bat is actually just a piece of paper in the window.
And what I call a bat, it's actually a baseball bat, guys.
Yeah, there's a baseball bat the size of an elephant flying through the sky.
Yeah, the whole time we were on the road trip, Jaden was complaining about how he needed to pee.
There's a bathroom.
You fucker.
Every great, I bet every hour on the hour, Jack would call James and go, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?"
And that is when I throw his phone out the window.
Tragic.
I'll buy you a new one.
That was what?
But
Serious.
It is
did you-
it's about a 3.5 hour drive from Jericho to Arkham.
But yeah,
just so,
Wait, I can't tell if
Once-
you're being serious or not, Ryder.
I'm kidding because I know that he's kidding.
Oh, okay.
All
by the
right,
way,
so what do you do?
Jay would start heading towards the forest.
once we get out of the van, I actually want to take a different approach.
Okay.
I am going to stop the friendliest looking person,
Okay.
and I am going to ask them, excuse me,
Yes.
do you happen to know anything about what was it, Miskatonic University? We got some.
I can't believe I don't think I ever heard of that university.
Is this just you doing an accent, or is this him like struggling?
How dare you make fun of my accent?
This is my real voice. I can't believe you would be so insensitive as to think that I'm having problems.
Could I roll a psychology check to see if he's lying?
Sure, why not? What are you
You
trying?
caught me. It is I, Alexander.
It's I, the president of Miskatonic.
I don't know. The way he's stuttering makes me think he's lying about not knowing what the college is.
Dumbass.
Oh no, I'll leave him be.
You have a good day, sir.
Yeah, you too.
He walks away.
Wait, could we at least stop by somewhere? I want to know where we're going to at least before we meet up with some weirdo in the middle of the woods.
You know, I have to agree with Jaden.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were going directly to. I'm actually pretty hungry.
There was food in the van.
There wasn't.
Yeah, but-
There was a stale half full bag of Cheetos.
There is shit food in the van.
I had-
Whoa, you didn't buy it.
Yes, and I don't think you did in the past year either.
Ooh. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Nothing.
I'm gonna just kind of lean over and go, I'd have 49 more shots if you want.
To me?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh
they would
shit!
just say, it's okay. I don't see any reason to wait. I mean, are you gonna go to the
Look.
library and read?
First of all, we're going out to meet someone in the middle of the woods. I think that at least is cause for some sort of pause. Second of all, they didn't specify a time to meet. How are they even going to know that we're out there?
How
Third
did
of
they get
all-
into our houses? They're magic.
Look, I think we should just check out something for it. Look, and like he said, we haven't even had a proper lunch. As he said, half full bags of Cheetos are not exactly food.
What time is it?
Time for you to
It's
get a
about 1,
wash.
2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Jay would say, I do not want to go into that forest when it gets dark. That's fucking spooky, man.
That we can agree on. I also don't want to go on the forest in an empty stomach.
Think of it.
And let's make it quick.
Think of it this way, Jay. It would be our last meal.
We're not gonna die. At least not all of us.
Maybe,
Alright.
guys, if Star Trek has shown me anything, it's whoever's wearing the red shirt is gonna die.
Jay's
Jack
wearing
looks down and he sees a red shirt.
Oh shit,
Jay is-
guys! I'm wearing a red shirt.
Wait,
Jay
shit,
is
I'm wearing
wearing
a red shirt.
We're wearing red skin.
Jay's wearing a Jets jersey.
We're all wearing
So-
red shirts somehow, and I'm just kidding.
Are you guys going to look for a place to get food in the historical district or the modern area?
Just wherever's closest, I would say.
And I'm gonna look in the
I'm not-
neoclassicist
I-
area.
I would
They
just
go to the historic
on-
district because
Mhm.
historic district could be fun and have some nice old classical food.
Oh, for
and-
sure.
And
I would-
Jack would be interested to see if they have any good tea or anything or any good coffee.
I will check Yelp. What do they say?
yeah, Jay's gonna Google places to eat near me.
The closest place you guys stopped where?
We stopped in front of the library.
Okay, in the historical district. Okay. Let me see what places are in Miskatonic.
Sorry, one second, guys.
You mean in Jericho? I mean,
No.
we're not in Miskatonic.
Did I say Miskatonic? I meant
Yeah.
Arkham. I did mean
Arkham,
Arkham. Thank you.
I was like, it was really easy to find this college.
Yo! All right.
I could use some pizza. I haven't had a good pizza since I was in New York.
So there's actually a lovely historical diner in like in the bottom part of a renovated hotel
Okay, sounds good.
in the historical district.
Jay would put on directions and say, "Follow me." It's not too far, right?
No, it's not too far. It's like right down the street. Maybe
Okay.
a couple turns, but like right down the street.
Like a block away.
Yeah.
Does he at least hold up a flag like a tour guide?
No.
Sorry, I'm not gonna leave it alone.
All right. So you guys get there. Sorry, I'm flipping through my notes and everything.
Oh, it's fine. It's okay that you're behind DM. Now I get to tease you about it.
Behind? What do you mean behind?
Yeah, having to refer to your notes. You don't know what's going on. It's okay. We know
Oh,
you
I
do.
know what's going on. I just have too much notes. And you come across the Hotel Montmartre. It's a French name. I don't know how to actually pronounce it because I'm not French. So Montmartre.
Mm-hmm.
And you walk inside, and it is literally like you have stepped into the past, into the
Oh, look.
20s.
Oh, I could have made a really bad.
But you're given a seat and a menu, and you see on the menu all sorts of like seafoods and um, beef and pork, a lot of potatoes.
Hey, I can get down with this.
Dude, can I take your order, sir?
I'll have what's like the what would you recommend?
I would recommend the king crab.
Ooh, king crab.
I'm
Or if
going.
you are in the mood for something that is not from the ocean, I would say the sirloin steak and mashed potatoes.
I do like me some steak.
Jazz, I would like to take a look at the menu. Does it have the costs of the food on it?
It does not.
Because this seems like a really fancy restaurant. Jaden does not want to get something too fancy.
There are no prices on the menu.
I'll take the sirloin and mashed potatoes.
Right away, sir. And for you?
Medium rare.
Me- medium rare. Okay.
And I will fill myself up on the bread.
Jaden would like Jay would raise an eyebrow.
Do you want a drink, sir? Or just the bread?
Is the bread free?
The bread is complimentary, yes.
Okay, good. I will take the water. And actually, you know what? The bread might not fill me up. I'm taking a look at this one beef soup. How much does that cost?
Beef soup.
Yeah, the beef soup.
Stew.
Oh, be quiet.
Well, that will be $20.
I'm sorry, wallet. Yep, that'll I'll have that too.
All right. And for the other gentleman?
I'll have a sirloin steak myself.
All right. And do you want it medium rare as well?
No, medium well.
Okay.
That sounded like it was there some venom in that? Is he looking down on me?
He might be.
All right, I would go ahead and say, sir, or Jay's gonna go ahead and bring in the charm and say, I surely hope that everything is okay with you.
Oh, everything is just fine with me, sir.
Ah, that's great. Cause if we had some problems, that wouldn't make me too happy.
Of course. The sirloin, okay. And for this, he's looking at James.
James.
Do you need another minute, sir?
Vincent, wake up.
Please do forgive us. I believe that we are having technical difficulties with Vincent. Not that we have had a stream yet that we haven't had technical difficulties.
Look in the chat.
He
Chat.
did say he was going.
Okay, so just carry on.
Yeah.
He'll have the sirloin steak.
He'll have the sirloin. Okay. All right.
I hope his wallet can take it.
He goes and
That's out of character.
You are heartless.
he goes and gets a meal.
I'm sure he'll be fine. He hasn't been paying rent for months.
And after a while, you get your steak and potatoes and beef stew. And it is delicious.
Awesome.
Okay, show us how bad was the bill. Wow.
Oh, I would have asked to have my bill separate from the others.
Of course.
Okay. Jay would just say, and the other two are on me.
Very good, sir.
Please be like $400. Please be like $400. Please be like $400.
The price for the three of you with steak and potatoes is. You ready for this?
I wonder if it's gonna be less than the stew.
Wait, for all three of you, it's going to be less than his one meal.
No, but like each of them
Oh,
is
individually?
It would just be funny.
It is 60.
For all three of us?
No, sorry. No, I'm just kidding. It's 70 for all of
70
you.
for all three? Okay.
Yeah.
Do I just take that out of my cash or my spending level? Or do I
mean-
just roll what's it called?
Credit rating.
Credit rating.
And actually, I'm gonna go ahead.
You can take. Okay, so what you need to do is you take it out of your spending level, and if it goes over your spending level, then take it out of your cash.
Okay. So
So
minus
the-
70.
Yes.
So edit mode.
Vincent, while you were gone, you ordered the sirloin steak and mashed potatoes.
Jaden will leave a $5 tip.
Oh, yeah.
$5.
Let's see. 20% of 70.
And that should all be within my spending limit.
All right, nice.
Hold on, I
Jack
factor in
will cover
snack.
the tip.
Oh. Thanks, man.
Whatever the tip will be, because it'll be like $30 or $40, I think.
What was the tip?
For the three of us, I think it's like 10%, or no, it's
20% of 70, which is 14. Oh, wait. No. That's
Oh,
wrong.
right, tipping is 15%.
I was gonna say it's 15 to 20% is usually the tip rate.
Yeah.
20% if you're feeling generous.
I'll go ahead and leave $30.
Ooh, that's more than 20%.
That's way more than 20%.
Yeah, good lord.
That's double 20%. That's 40%.
That is incredibly generous of.
That's a very nice tip. And you now leave.
With him, as I point at James. You deserve a little extra. You put up with him. And
Thank
smile and walk away.
And you leave the place,
James, who was absent-mindedly drooling to himself all dinner.
right?
Like, what? What's going on?
You leave the restaurant with a full stomach, satisfied, and it is now 4:00.
Better, it's getting dark, guys. You better watch out. The forest is gonna be spooky.
Wait, it's getting dark?
No, at
making a
4
jo- I was
o'clock.
making a
Well, wait,
joke.
wait, wait. Actually, it is New England, and it's turning autumn because it's September.
So it's almost like
Almost sundown.
yeah. It's still light outside.
It's
So
still light outside, but you can tell
yeah.
that the sun is going down.
Jay would say, "Let's hurry into the forest." So spending level. Do I ever get that back?
Well, your spending level is just how much you can spend each day.
Okay, so it goes back to normal every day.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
it doesn't ever go down. It's just if you spend more than that in
Okay,
one
so
day.
I don't take off the 70 from it.
No,
Okay.
no. If you spend more than your spending level, then you take that out of your cash.
Ah.
But as
Okay,
long
so
as you don't spend over your spending level, you don't need to worry about finances at all.
Okay, because you
By the
just
way,
keep the same amount.
Yeah.
By the way, Chaz, I have a question. Jane's gonna go ahead and check up on it. Have there been any takers for either his click or his spooky photos?
There was a taker on your spooky photo. How much were you asking for it?
I was doing it bid style.
What did you start it at?
I started the bid.
$1,000,000.
I started the bid at 35.
35. It went up to 50, and then the bidding closed.
Do you want me to go ahead and add 50 to my cash?
Yeah. Well, not yet, because you have to wait for the money to come in. So in like a couple hours. But yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right.
What,
What
they
are you
didn't
guys doing?
demo him?
Jay
No,
would be speed walking into the forest.
Vincent, it took a little bit to get the money, and also it's 2010. Venmo's not
I
a
know,
thing.
I was making it. That's the joke. Yeah, James is gonna follow Jay, but not as fast. He's just gonna kind of meander and walk, and he's gonna lean over to Jack and just say, I don't know about you, but I'm not going to walk fast towards my death, so...
And as you guys are walking, you just a reminder, the feeling that you are being watched has not gone away.
Yeah, I was about to ask about that. I want to see, is the bat creature still following?
Make another spot
Have
hit.
my glasses finally cleared up?
Are we allowed to make spot hidden as well?
Well, you didn't see anything.
But we feel it.
Yeah, we do
You
feel
feel
that.
something. Are you? Yeah. Okay, I'll allow it.
I'll allow it. I'll succeed it.
I'll fail it.
All right. So Jaden, you're looking up in the
Nervous.
you're looking up into the sky, and you see it again, but it's almost like it's like passing over a cloud, even though there's no cloud there, because for you see it, and then for a second it's gone, and then it comes back into your vision, just like a couple like further on in its flight path, and then it disappears again. But it is clearly still here, despite you being in that restaurant for the past 2 hours.
We feel watched inside the restaurant.
You felt watched inside the restaurant. Yes. James, you don't see this creature because you're not looking up into the air. But just like you almost think it's like a trick of the setting light. As you're walking towards the woods, you kind of see out of the corner of your eye, you see some kind of like shadow or like a person quickly like walking by between the alleyways between the buildings. But the only reason it even it catches your attention is because they're not there. It looks like something is running past the building, not really walking. But then you don't see it again.
Huh.
Does he notice me noticing it?
Do I notice the notice of the notice of the...
No.
Do I notice the notice of the notice of the notice of the notice of the notice?
Psychology. No, I'm just kidding. James just looks around and like he slows down a bit and will continue looking around, just kind of like a little nervous, but more confused about what he saw than anything.
Aiden, noticing that, is going to sort of lag behind and walk back with him. Did you see it too?
Okay, so I'm not going crazy. That's the good news. And I just saw like a shadow of a person or thing. I don't really know. And the fact
A
of what we
person?
saw beforehand is a little on edge.
Wait, a person? Not. Okay, never mind. I think that my glasses are still a little.
What did you see?
Me, I didn't. I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything.
Then why would you ask me if you saw the same thing you saw?
I Oh,
I saw.
nothing. We're in an old town. There's lots of good photograph opportunities like that over there. And he's gonna point to the.
He's gonna grab him on the shoulder. Jaden, if you saw some spooky ass shit, you need to tell us.
I it's nothing. It's probably not even real. It's probably just nerves. But earlier I thought I saw a a bat that was a little bigger than the size of the. And he's gonna hold up finger quotes bus that we were in.
Man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably something important to let the group know, because at this point, that's not behind the weird shit we've seen.
Look, it's probably nothing. It probably wasn't even real.
Hey, Jay, Jack.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, Jade here saw a weird bat creature larger than the size of your van and decided not to tell us earlier.
Jay's eyes would widen and he would say, "The fuck he did?"
The thing
Oh,
is,
look, you're
Oh
all
my,
wrong.
aren't I glad? Elephants don't. Me, oh my, aren't I glad? Cows don't fly.
Look, it's probably nothing. It might even just be a bird. Look, my glasses probably got steamed up from the stew.
Yeah, whatever. So, what should we do about that? Have you seen it?
I saw something like a shadow of a person, creature. I'm not really sure, but probably good to keep our eyes out since we're in a forest invited by a weirdish hell invitation with the
So,
creatures we've seen beforehand.
what I'm hearing is either there's something following us that is creepy and huge, or you
Mm-hmm.
two are losing your minds.
Why not
Just in,
both?
just in case, Jake, mind bringing out that shotgun?
I don't think it's a good idea to do that out in the middle of town.
We're
I
not
still
in the
can't
middle of
believe.
town, we're in the forest.
You're at the edge of the forest right now.
I'll unsling the shotgun from its from the large carrying case that I have for it and go. And I'll load it through. It's a pump action, so I'll load like three shots in. And
Anyone
Can't
know what
believe
hunting season it is?
I can't
Bat.
believe you open carry that thing.
boyfriend
That's
of my little sister.
Jaden isn't gonna say anything, but he's just gonna flick his gun safety off.
All right. Then do you guys enter the forest?
Yep.
Who wants to navigate the forest?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I've got
Forest
Google
road.
Maps.
Don't worry, I got it, guys.
Would
No, you
Google
don't.
Maps help you in navigating the forest?
It would show us where we are, and then I can just navigate us into the middle of the forest where it said to go.
I
I
don't
would
think
just
Google
see.
Maps shows you where you are if you're inside of a forest.
Yeah, it
Depending on
shows
your
you a
depending on
spot.
your reception.
Yeah, if you ever
Well,
if you
depending
have
on
reception.
reception, and it's called geocaching.
Yeah, I literally my family has a log cabin in the
Uh,
on the Navasota River.
okay, I didn't know that, but also, Jake, you do know that geocaching doesn't work with GPS. You have coordinates of latitude and longitude, and then you go to that.
I once thought of doing geocaching.
Geocaches, yes.
But yeah, since we're right outside of town and this is just like a forest right outside of town, it probably would be fine.
All right. It is a fairly large forest, so it will take you a while. But if you're navigating, make a navigation roll.
Even with Google Maps helping?
Even with Google Maps, yes.
But Google Maps is like supreme.
Navigate.
I imagine that you're
Yeah,
just gonna
fail.
do a bunch of recalculating.
I just
You
imagine
know,
that
it's
it will
weird. I
take a
actually
bit
have to
longer.
think back to how things were before I graduated high school in order to remember what we have available to us.
All right. So you're using Google Maps and you're going through and you're in the front. You're leading the way. And as you're heading around, you get into this one spot that on on your phone it says that you're really close to the middle, and then the phone says recalculating, and your pinpoint thing moved like 500 feet to the left.
Freaking called it.
Yeah, I kinda saw
But
this one happen.
it's not a huge problem because you eventually manage to make your way, and as you're making your way through, you guys are all hearing this, like animals in the woods, squirrels, a deer or two, um,
Or two.
Or
they're all
four.
they're kind of pouncing around you since you guys are making quite a bit of noise going through the woods. Yet the feeling that you're being watched still is there with you. But Jaden, you feel that you look up, the forest is covering the sky. So
That's
you kind of get this whole like maybe this thing, if it is there, won't be able to find us if it can't see you.
It's in the
But
trees.
it takes a little bit, and the sun is like halfway set by now, so it's a little dark, but not really dark, kind of thing. You had a feel, you have this feeling if you were outside, if you were out of the woods, you would be seeing a beautiful sunset. And then the woods open up. You see an opening ahead of you, of this beautiful looking pond, a clearing with a pond right in the middle, a pristine pool of water. And as you're about to step into the clearing, you notice that circling the edge of the clearing around the entire thing, right on the edge of the tree and the clearing, is a large ring of mushrooms.
What kind of mushrooms? Just out of sheer curiosity.
Various, many different kinds.
Hold on, guys. Does anybody have any extra cloth?
I have bandages and gauze.
No, not that. Just make sure you're not breathing in. I know that mushrooms can be pretty dangerous.
No one has ingestation though.
Jay would look to see if this is like the middle.
This is indeed, you look and you see you are indeed in the center of the forest, and you kind of have to zoom in on your map to see it, but there is indeed a small piece of water right on the Google map, right where the middle of the forest is.
Okay.
I mean, on the map it's small, but here it's a pond. It's not tiny.
Okay. Do I see anywhere to sit down in there?
Get your hand out of the damn pond. I'm walking away.
Oh, there's a lot of room to sit. Do you guys want to enter the clearing?
Yeah, I guess we'll just wait for our instructor.
Okay, so
Just for the fun of it, Jaden's gonna pick up like a flat stone. He's gonna try and skip it across the lake. Or the pond, or however you want to
okay,
call it.
you throw the stone and it skips. But okay. But okay, while you when you enter in the clearing, as you pass and step over the ring of mushrooms, all of you feel this kind of slight resistance, almost in the air, kind of like you're pushing through a thin sheen of plastic wrap. And
Fuck.
but then
Jay
you,
would
but then you walk through.
Jay would put his shirt over his mouth in case that was that thing about mushrooms that Jaden was talking about.
All right,
As
Jaden,
wait, as we hit this, can I take out my pocket knife and try to like cut some?
cut what, a mushroom?
Well, you said like it was that plastic wrap, right?
You feel it's like you feel resistance in the air as if you're pushing through plastic wrap, but it's just the air.
Oh, yeah, I do want to cut
You
him.
can, I mean, you can take out your knife and try to cut the air, but you're just cutting air.
To imagine like the scene of him just like ha hoo ha in the middle of the air.
Shit, we gotta declare war with the water.
Jaden,
No, but
Jaden.
okay, I'll cut a mushroom then.
Okay, I mean, it cuts. You have a piece of a mushroom. You don't know whether or not this mushroom is poisonous or not because there's so many different variants of mushrooms here.
Eat it and find out. But yes, Chaz.
Jaden, as you step through, you encounter slightly more resistance in the air as you pass through. And it takes a little bit of almost effort to try to walk past it, but eventually you're able to make it through. However, as you look around, the rest of your group, your friends, have disappeared. But you, but hold on. Instead, you see them in the air, much like the bell in the bell tower. You see kind of a transparent moving image, and as you look closer, it's almost like a mist and a water vapor make up what exactly you can see of them. The rest of you, as you make it through, the clearing is empty. No people, no animals, and as you stand there looking around, this place is eerily quiet. There are no bugs in this area at all. You also see that for some reason, Jaden is gone. He's just not with you anymore. But upon closer inspection, as you're looking around, you see where Jaden should have been from where he was stepping. Footsteps in the grass, as if a person is standing there, but they're not actually there.
Jaden's gonna sort of take like a.
I'm going to hold the shotgun up and go, Jay, are you there?
Hi, Jay.
Are you
No,
pointing
Jaden
the
is the one who's gone.
Yeah, you
Oh,
bitch.
Are
I'm
you
just
pointing the
gonna
shotgun?
going,
Stab a bitch.
Jaden?
Wait, are you pointing the shotgun at that area?
Yeah.
You see a misty apparition of Jack holding up a shotgun in your general direction. Not really at you, but just in your general direction.
Hey, get that thing away. He's
You
gonna
see his mouth kind of move, but you don't hear anything.
Put it away, and he's gonna hold up his own gun, take like a sort of shocked, sort of back step. Hey.
Jack, you get no response, but you see the footstep. You see one of them. You see one of the 2 feet imprints. One of them kind of takes a step back.
Okay, so
Jay
just
is going to take a less violent approach and throw his wallet at where the footsteps are.
shut up and take my money.
The wallet passes right over and lands in the ground.
Eagle's wallet and money in front of apparition. If it's Jaden, it will take it.
No, I go pick it up after it falls.
Okay, so just to summarize here, one guy's missing, and we see moving footprints.
I'm right here.
You guys don't hear anything.
Jay's like, he'll show up when he shows up, and he's gonna lay down and start reading the spooky leather book he got.
Okay,
trying
I'm
to- Hold on.
curious. So you said
Real quick.
I'm gonna kind of like
Oops.
move forward holding the shotgun at the ready. Like, creepy shit has happened. Jack is not taking a chance. Jack is skittish as hell, and if this is creepy shit, Jack wants to be ready. But
Jaden
Jack-
is
Jack
not gonna
will
take his gun off him.
towards the footprints.
Jaden's not going to take his gun off him, and as he approaches me, he's going to keep stepping back. But with his other hand, he's going to take his camera and snap a picture.
Okay.
Ooh.
You keep stepping back. Are you going to be stepping out of the mushroom ring? Out of the clearing?
I mean, I imagine eventually, just because, the straight line thing.
Yeah. I mean, it all depends on how far Jack is going to just keep on pushing forward.
Don't
I'll
push me, cause I'm close to the edge.
Do I feel resistance
To what?
To life.
walking forward?
You're walking forward, and as you're walking forward, these foot imprints are also moving backward as you're walking towards it.
It's like you're dancing.
Da-da.
So I'm going to assume, given his skittish nature, I'm going to bring the barrel of the gun up and keep walking forward, but like I've got it set ready to drop it very quickly in case of.
You have it up, like pointing to the sky.
Yeah, I have it pointing to the sky, but should I need to drop it and fire, I'm not ready.
Okay.
Jaden's also going to be holding gun out. He's not dropping it, but I do want to snap that picture.
E.
All right. You can snap that picture. What? Okay, so Jay is just sitting.
Walk forward because if he disappeared, I'm figuring that either one or two things is going to happen. I'm going to see whatever the footsteps are, or I'm going to
Be right
finally
back.
disappear myself.
So you just keep on pushing forward.
Jay's
Yep.
just reading his creepy book. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna have James. James is gonna look around. He's gonna look at the mushroom ring. Is it like an actual ring?
Yeah, it's a ring encircling the entire clearing.
He wants to. I'm gonna take and at the stem of a few of the mushrooms, start to cut a few of the stems.
You try to cut at the stems, and it's not cutting.
Can I step out of the mushroom ring?
Yeah,
Alright.
you're out of the mushroom ring.
If I look back, do I see everyone?
You see Jack and Jay.
Alright. I'll step. Can I try and cut it from out here now?
No, it does not cut still.
Hey, Jack, just a heads up, the mushrooms aren't actually cutting.
Jack, as you're pushing, Jack, as you're pushing forward, the foot imprints, they keep on moving backwards, and eventually they back out of the clearing, and you see right in front of you is a kind of, what do you say, scared?
Skittish.
Oh,
skittish.
yeah. Incredibly scared. The
You
gun.
see kind of a almost terrified Jaden standing, holding his gun right at you.
Whoa!
Back. Back. I don't know what you're doing pointing that gun at me.
I didn't know it was you. All I see was footprints, and
Is he
nobody
still-
standing there.
Jaden, as you exit the clearing, you see them again, but as like they're more solid and actual there.
Jaden's going to flip his safety back on. Well, what's the deal with you? You turned all misty and then you couldn't hear me. I tried snapping a picture, but he's going to show him the picture he took.
Are you showing the picture by going over to him?
Down, like sort of on my neck. Because,
I mean,
I have
I've got the now that I see it's him. I'm gonna put the shotgun back at rest, flip the safety back on.
Jaden, are you going to him to show him the picture?
I'm not going to him to show
You're
him
not
the
moving
picture.
at all. You're just turning the camera around.
Turning the camera.
Okay.
I'll walk up so I can see the image.
You see an empty clearing.
It's just a picture of an empty clearing.
What? He's going to turn it back around. No, that can't be. You were right there. You were all right there.
Hey guys. Just another little heads up, the mushrooms don't actually cut. So just throw that in there.
hear him?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I have an idea. Jaden's gonna stick only one hand through the mushroom.
Your hand goes into this clearing, and you guys, Jack, you see him just put a hand into a clearing.
Okay. Maybe it was a one-time thing. Like I said, the mushrooms can make you loopy. It's probably because you didn't cover your mouths.
No, it's not that.
That's not it. I covered my mouth.
You
Um, well, maybe it's not here, and he's gonna step back.
As you step back into it, you feel that same kind of resistance. And when you look around, you see a bunch of misty apparitions of your friends, except for James, who is outside the clearing.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna tap my hand
Do I
on
see-
Jake's shoulder. At least try to.
Your hand goes right through the mist.
do I see Jaden?
You see Jaden just disappear.
Okay. Hey Jack, can I borrow the shotgun?
Oh no, not this again.
Well, I have a knife, and the knife is not cutting the mushrooms. Oh, actually, do we have a shovel or anything? Does anyone have anything to dig with?
Are you asking to shoot the mushroom?
I was, and then I realized that's dumb. So, do we have a shovel or something to dig with by chance, or do we just need to use our hands? Oh, take that as my hands.
Jay, as you're sitting there trying to find a page in this book that is legible, you're not really finding anything. But as you're sitting there, where are you sitting?
Just like
By the pond, or just away from the pond, sitting
little
by
bit
the edge of the clearing?
pond, like just in a nice cozy area.
Okay. As you're sitting there reading, you hear the sound of not it's really quick of water moving, and as you hear it, you look over at the pond, and there's a
See,
there is a man just standing right next to the pond, average height, wearing a green and purple Letterman jacket that says "Fighting Cephalopods" on the back, with an image of an angry squid.
I hate it. Thanks.
Jack, Jay, and James.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
You're
man.
late.
I'm not late.
I am Charles, your assigned advisor, and I was under the impression that there was 4 of you.
There is. One of them is
Yeah.
disappearing with the weird mushrooms.
James, are you inside of the clearing?
I am not.
Okay. He takes no notice to whatever you said.
I say there is 4 of us.
Jaden's gonna go over to the water, sort of trembling, and take a look at his reflection.
When you look into the pond, you don't see you see yourself. You do see yourself, but you also notice that you're kind of out of focus. And as you're looking into the pond, you kind of see, for some reason, in the pond reflection, you see you can just barely make out a very tall building.
Wow. A photographer that can't even keep himself in focus. Wow.
I'm gonna kill you, but a
Where
building.
where is this 4th member of yours?
Well, there's Jack. There's James and Jade, and for some reason, whenever he passes the circle of mushrooms, he disappears.
Ah, I see. James, if you could come over here.
James is trying to dig up one of the mushrooms.
Mush with your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing's happening.
Uh-huh. He's gonna walk
Because you're
over.
trying to dig pretty hard dirt with your hands.
That is true. He's gonna walk over and just.
Okay.
Yeah, he would stop reading and like put his book back in his bag.
So,
And say,
I see. James, if you could come over here.
the mushrooms. I'm guessing
Yes.
there's some weird magical
There-
bullshit.
They're a form of protection for this place.
Ah.
Now, where is this fourth member of yours?
Well,
he,
you
Exactly.
we can see his footsteps. He's right there.
Okay, he looks over to where.
You
Um,
actually see that Jaden's like you see water. You see that the water is actually rippling as Jaden's trying to pull it in his hands.
you're trying. Okay. You're trying to grab the water, but your hands are passing right through it.
But
I
I
see.
am kneeling next to them.
You're kneeling next to it, so there is the grass imprints. And Charles looks over. Okay. Well,
Oh, he's a goner.
you were asked here personally on special circumstances by the president, so we will have to allow him in, despite what he is. What's his name?
Wait.
Wait. Before that, yeah.
You don't allow New Yorkers? I'm a New Yorker.
That is not the problem.
Oh,
but can I have his name,
photographers.
please?
Wait, what is he?
A photographer.
All
Are
in
you-
due time.
Wait, are you racist? That's not cool, man.
No. Okay. No. Okay. Ryder. Sorry. That's. Hey, Jaden. Jay. Okay. Think of it, Jay. This place we know nothing about, and there's no photos, internet, message, books, or anything. So if they allow a photographer in here, they get photos.
Can
I've
I
got
please,
a camera.
Can I please have his name
Jaden.
and last name?
I don't
Shit.
know.
Do any of you know his last name?
Nope.
Nah, he's kind of a prick.
Yeah, I don't actually know.
I know his last name.
I don't
Jaden, did you actually give them your last
No.
name?
I don't believe I did.
Hmm.
Jaden just sort of mesmerized by the water and the building inside of it.
Can we go out and
Hey,
ask him his
If
name
we
real
can't
quick?
get him, that's okay with me.
Let me try and see if it works without a last name. It might be dodgy. He goes and stands right over where the imprints are. Jaden, I, under the temporary authority given to me by Miskatonic University, hereby allow you access to our world. Welcome. Jaden, as you're sitting there, you hear these words kind of floating around you, and as you're looking through, you see the whole area around you begins to sharpen, almost sharpen and contrast very quickly, and you see yourself come into focus, and then your reflection disappear. And as you're looking around, you see the mist images of your friends solidify and start, and they're actually just and become real, as well as there's another person standing right behind you. The rest of you, what you see is almost akin to like the fade-in transition in PowerPoint, but on a person and in real life.
Looks around, startled, looks up at the man, and then looks back at the sort of ponds quickly. Is the building still there?
The building is still there, but you cannot see your reflection nor anybody else's.
Gonna try and pick up the water again, or cup it in my hands.
You have water.
And let it drop.
Water.
Does anybody else see the building?
Building?
Do you guys look into the pond?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look into the pond, and then whether or not I see it or not, I think Jack's just gonna look at him, trying to be somewhat funny. Goes, what building?
But yet, when you all look into the pond, you do in fact see a building kind of in the corner of the pond, kind of thing. But you don't see your reflections.
Wait.
Charles is just standing there. Yes. But he he turns his head and he starts looking the direction you came from the clearing. You weren't followed here, were you?
Cowards! I get it now. Okay.
You guys
Oh,
Okay, so
we-
just a forewarning. There was this giant bat or person or shadow or something watching us, I think. Just a heads up.
and as you guys are talking to him, you start to hear something, more like multiple somethings, kind of crashing through the forest towards your location, and they all sound very big.
Oh no.
And as you guys hear that, and you all look towards the direction of that sound, you see kind of in the not in the distance, but it kind of in the distance and getting closer, several large
Ooh.
creatures heading in your direction.
Oh no.
Come, we must hurry. Follow me. You hear the sound of water splashing. By the time you look back, he has disappeared.
I'm jumping in.
I'm not
Cannonball.
even hesitating. Like
Fuck it.
I'm doing the fat man run of through the me-shaped hole in the side of the wall kind of thing. And before he has even finished, got the lines out, we got to go. Jack has done turned and started off into the water.
All right.
I'm doing a full-on like swan dive.
Okay.
Jaden's gonna look at the
Jay, you
water.
said you were going in. Jaden.
Yeah, I'm just walking in.
Okay.
There's one last thing. Jaden's gonna look at the water, look back, water, back, take his camera, snap, and then say ah and jump in.
Jump in. All right. So the three of you that jump in, you walked in.
Oh,
What
okay.
a bitch.
The three of you that jumped in, you jump in and you start sinking immediately, and then the feeling of water around you immediately, the second you touch the water, is gone, and it feels like you're just kind of floating there, and then you get thrown out after a couple seconds, kind of sprawled along the grass of a what looks like a park. Jay, as you walk through, you kind of fall forward and then float, and then just kind of continue walking and just walk right out of nothingness into a park.
Oh, so I'm walking forward, then I fall flat, and then I walk downward,
Yes.
basically. Okay.
Yes. And you all come out, and you look as you're looking around this park. You notice that you're in the center of a park that is surrounded by lots of buildings.
Any of them look familiar?
They all look familiar as different buildings that would be on a campus of a university.
What is this place?
So familiar to all of us that have gone to college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what a college looks.
Jaden,
Charles is just standing there, just kind of laughing at the ones that are sprawled out on the ground.
Yeah.
Am I crawled out, or did I like walk out? Basically,
You just walked out.
So I did it the right way.
And standing next to Charles is a very tall man in a suit, kind of just very like short blonde hair, almost buzz cut, just kind of staring at you, kind of like, "Come on, guys, get up!" Like very serious.
I wonder if his last name is Xavier.
He's not bald, and he's not in a wheelchair.
Yeah, but he did bring us to this weird eclectic college.
James rolls on his back and just laughs for a solid minute, and then just looks off like, okay.
first thing Jaden is going to do, he flips on the camera and takes a look at the photo.
You see a forest. It's
And
very
then-
blurry because you took the photo so quickly, but you see a
Understand.
forest and shapes in the forest.
Dang it. He's gonna stand up.
Okay
Who are,
then.
who are you? Where are we? What is this? Why do you have a forest that turns people misty and other people invisible?
That was because you're a coward.
No, I think photographer.
No, because I got a camera.
A camera does not make you a photographer.
Yeah, but you're having just as good luck taking pictures as I am, so.
All right, buddy.
Charles looks over at the other man. I brought them here. They were followed, so we had to be super quick. But I'm gonna go back to class, Mr. President. See you later. And he walks off, leaving you with this guy.
Oh, you're that Howard fella. Nice to meet you, Mr. Phillips.
Yes,
Um,
I am President Howard Phillips, president of Miskatonic,
all right.
and it's nice to finally meet you.
Finally.
Yeah, that's my question.
I just got invited.
And yes, I am sorry that we took so long in getting you here, but you were all shrouded beyond our vision for a long time. It wasn't until recently that we were able to actually locate you and send you the location of our school.
Okay,
What
two
do you mean?
questions. One, vision, and then two, how much credit do I get transferred?
Also, what's a dreamer?
Yeah, that too.
You are a dreamer.
Yeah, I keep getting called that. And
Now-
everyone dreams.
You don't know? Okay, I will explain it to you.
Yeah, because I highly doubt this is like a political kind of dreamer. I highly doubt we're back in MLK marches.
Are we doing like
kind
John Lennon here? You might say I'm a dreamer.
I think I understand now.
He's looking at you three, Jack, Jay, and James. He looks over at you, Jaden. Kind of puts his hand up like I'll get to you in a minute, and looks back at the other three. You are dreamers. What that means is that somewhere in your ancestry, somewhere one of your ancestors, it could have been your father or your great 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 grandfather or something like that, has had an encounter that affected them deeply with creatures beyond this world.
like bear, dog, human things.
Yeah, probably.
With giant
And
bats.
it has changed them. It changed your ancestor, and that change inside of them has carried on throughout the lineage and brings us to you. And because of that change, you have the capacity to utilize the, I guess you could call it magic, and
Hmm.
of these creatures and of these beings that exist. And luckily for you guys, we have found it gives them each dreamer a slight resistance to being in the presence of these creatures, which would normally drive any mortal insane.
Ah.
Then why didn't my mom and pop tell me about Miskatonic?
They probably did not know.
But
You know,
they also have the heritage, right? Or one of them does.
It's a recessive mutation.
skips a year.
It generally doesn't show itself until we don't know why it selects each generation, but it randomly seems to cultivate into someone in the lineage.
So, what I'm hearing is we can do some mystical bullshit. And
If you come and now that you are part of our school, you will be able to learn how to gain access to these abilities that either are inherently part of you or learned.
Can I ask about the 65% survival rate?
Yeah, please.
I'd like to ask about Jaden.
I'd like to ask about a lot of things, actually.
He looks over at you, Jack, and he's like, "No, you obviously have had some encounter already with a creature. I'm guessing."
We were told he was Satan.
Assume that if you're referring to the bear dog human looking thing, yeah.
Yes, the
Just a
ghoul.
bit.
Now
I've heard
It-
of them.
you as dreamers, kind of. Not only do you have the ability to use this stuff to your advantage, but it attracts the creatures that you are able to resist. And quite often, we have to go out and since dreamers can withstand the effects of these creatures, we have to go and protect the humans.
We're not humans?
You're a mix. Becoming a dreamer is becoming a dreamer is a genetic mutation.
It is. Oh shit, we are X-Men.
X-Men Blades.
But wait, you said them,
Yes.
not me, right?
You
I'm
you-
normal.
For some strange reason, you are not a dreamer, which is odd considering your
bitch.
family history.
I'm sorry, my what?
What's his family history?
Oh no, you're wrong.
You-
My dad.
We
my-
shall allow you to be here for now, but your father, do you know your father?
I mean, I know him, but he doesn't do much more than drink, though.
Jack's gonna kind of look over at you at that one.
Sorry about that. What did you say?
Oh, I said he doesn't do much more than drink, though.
And
No, not that paternal figure who has so lovingly taken his place, but your real father.
What do you mean?
The mailman.
But he is my father.
I didn't think you would. He disappeared when you were very young. He was a dreamer. And believe it or not, by the looks of things, you followed in his footsteps. He was also a photographer.
I'm what?
Yes, I taught him everything he knows, but sadly, we lost him many years ago. He was much too reckless.
Wait. No. I think you're mistaken. I have siblings. I have my little sister Emma. I would have known him if he'd been. Well, if he was real.
Your father was very real, yes.
No,
I thought
your
dreamers
father was
were a
fake.
recessive thing. Why is it such a surprise that he's not a dreamer if it's like a recessive thing?
His family history.
Keep saying that.
It's you looking back at his father and his father and his father. They have
So-
all been dreamers.
So it's not so recessive for them.
Not for them, which is very odd. It's a very unique case.
Wait.
But that's
Hold
enough
on.
of that. I am here to tell you to invite you and
Wait,
tell you
hold on.
where your dorm rooms shall be, and
Okay, we do have
let you
dorms.
know which classes you will be taking. To answer your question, yes, all of your credits will carry over, as well as we
Great.
do. Not only do we have the classes for dreamers, but we will also be continuing your learning.
What if I already graduated?
You still have your dreamer class.
Wait, hold on. I'm not
You have
done
to
with.
learn how to survive.
Wait.
Don't-
Yeah, no, let him ask first, and then I'll ask my other random bullshit later.
Even if we're going to pretend what you're saying isn't complete and utter crazy talk, you said I'm not a dreamer, right?
Yes.
You said that those things will
However,
they'll follow.
They'll follow dreamers, not me though, right?
They'll follow
I'm
dreamers, yes. But because of what happened to your father, we cannot be too careful, and we need to protect you as well. Like, may I see your camera?
his baby because it is. All right, but no funny stuff.
No.
Smashed.
He takes your camera and he starts going through all the photos you've taken. I
Good.
see. Yes, and he shows you one of your photos that you had taken, pointing out the man in the trench coat and the fedora in the background. Yes, this is what we need to protect you from.
Who is that though?
He is the one who your father went after. The one who has been plaguing your family line.
Weird. Where'd those goosebumps come from?
Hold on.
Do not worry, we will work with you and we will give you the best protection and we will prepare you for the future.
So, you're telling me I have to continue my medical school classes and dreamer classes all at once?
Not to worry, we have the best teachers in the entire universe.
There's only one planet to compare it to, though, right?
Jack.
Okay.
And he walks over to you and he stands just give me 1 second, I'm looking through my notes.
Wow, we actually took notes.
Mr. Howard, if you don't mind my asking, what about my sister?
I do not know. She is... I can't see her. It's much like what happened with you.
Of her, if that's what you need.
Time will tell.
No, it's just, call
I assure you, if she is one, we will send out an agent and bring her here post haste.
How do we know if she is one?
We'll find out. I have someone set up in Jericho right now, actually.
Who?
Keep an eye out. Do not to worry.
Would their name happen to be Click?
Click? No. But as he stands over you, after he answers that, he kind of looks at you, and as he's looking at you, you kind of get this not strange, more a little unnerving, but not terribly so, feeling from him as he's looking at you, almost like he's looking not at you, but in you.
Kinky.
Jack. Yes.
Yeah, you're kind of freaking me out now.
You have a gift with the mind, and then he smiles. Your family history notes some involvement against the Beyond One. You can continue your studies on psychology, and I will be adding on some classes of philosophy and learning of Yog Sothoth himself. In doing this, not only will you learn the secret ways of the mind, but you will learn of your history. And after all, knowledge is power.
And learning is half the battle, right?
He kind of looks at you and then looks away.
Some things, though, shouldn't be learned or brought back up, because not always are they good things to know.
He ignores that and moves on to the next person. You can tell he heard you, but chooses not to answer.
Get fucking wrecked, bitch.
He stands in front of you, James, and kind of gives you the same look over.
He just looks
James?
back and like bats his eyelashes a little bit.
James, you value other people's life over yours. Truly a noble passion, one I wish I could understand. I have
Damn.
perfect
Wish
class.
I could understand.
Fuck.
We have the best teachers in this world for you to learn your sciences. And in fact, I will give you yes. Our best teacher, our best science anatomy
Instructor, yeah.
teacher. In fact, a dreamer himself shall, if he so chooses, to teach you how to break the line between life and death.
Wait. Are you saying I could be a necromancer?
Go see after your regular classes. Go see the only dreamer to break that veil, Herbert West, and he will tutor you in his craft.
Sorry,
He
this
moves
is out
on
of
over.
Viewers, mind you that the four of us have played in a previous campaign
with Herbert West, yeah.
Chaz, and we all have certain levels of knowledge of the H.P. Lovecraft world, so we're snickering behind the screen.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm so excited. Out of character. That's awesome.
He moves on
Okay.
over to Jay and kind of looks at you. And you, when he looks at you, Jay, he kind of get this feeling of like a strange tingling sensation all over your skin as he looks at you.
Ugh.
Jay, you're your family line has been given a gift from an elder god, but you seem to have awakened this gift already.
What are you
It's-
talking about?
It's rough, still in the beginner's stages, but
Ooh.
we shall teach you how to hone your skills. I will send you to Locksley Hall to discover the true extent of your gift. He turns around and kind of makes like a slashing emotion with his hand in the air and then puts his hand right through that, and you see his hand to like disappear up to his wrist, and he pulls out what appears to be some kind of like metal face mask. Take this.
I would take it and say, I thought we
There's
all had abilities.
what you do. Some of you have inherent abilities. Some of you will have to learn to gain abilities. It's just how it is.
So mine's awakened?
Keep that device, Jay.
A metal mask?
There's absolutely no way that you will survive without it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh shit.
And then he moves on to Jaden.
Whoa!
Now,
I thought. Oh my god.
Jaden, you can see the unseen. Yes?
And I can see the unseen. I spotted that bat thing earlier, but it's just I've been a photographer a while. I know where to look. It doesn't mean anything.
Could you see that figure in your photographs?
I mean, yes, but I showed. Did you see the photograph in the office of the church? I showed it to him, and he's gonna point over to he's gonna point over to Vincent's character. He saw it. That doesn't mean anything. It just shows up in the photos.
Have you been seeing any other things, Jaden?
The bell.
I yeah, there was that bell, but
Just as I thought. You're very similar to your father. Not to worry. I will put you in a class. This will be your only class, though, since you are not a dreamer. But it will sharpen your skills at seeing the unseen, and in an effort to help you, and as a act of respect for my former student and your father, I will have them teach you how to become the unseen, so that way you do not suffer the same fate as him.
Oh,
Wait, hold
shit.
on. I have a question. I, I'll I'll bite for now, but you said that my dad is, well, he's one of these dreamer things. Are my siblings his kids? Are they safe?
No, they're safe.
Why is everyone else hearing what they know, what their skills are, but I'm not?
I didn't hear my skills. I just heard I could be a fucking
You were told
necromancer.
you could bring people back to life. He can see the
Yeah.
unseen and become the unseen. I'm just told wear this mask or I die.
Jay, could you make
Sorry.
a psychology roll?
Sure.
Do I wear this mask or I die? I'm sorry, I'm laughing out of character.
Yes. Oh my
Okay.
god, I managed to succeed.
Alright, so
You did it!
as you're saying this, he kind of the president looks over at you, and for just a split second, you see a bit of fear in his eyes,
Oh.
and then it immediately goes away.
Oh no.
What the fuck?
This is
At me?
Yes.
It's because you're a fucking werewolf. No, I don't know.
You don't know, because it's not an extreme success or anything. You don't know if it's he's afraid for you or if he's afraid of you, but all you know is you saw a little fear. And then it immediately went back to the emotionless face that he had.
Holy shit.
Well,
This is so cool.
that tells at least Jay that he's got reasons, I guess, because he's not showing that fear to anyone else. So Jay's just gonna put on the mask, I guess.
Oh.
He gives you each, and this is your handout. He gives you each a map of the university.
Oh, now I gotta try to like position the hand out. Shoot.
Go.
And he looks at you before leaving. Now, you all have your dorms. You will be located in, and he points at it on the, he points at one of the buildings on the map. I'm trying. Great, I lost it. Right there. On your map, it will be number 1, the Warrens. This is where you all will be staying. Your classes start tomorrow.
What was the dreamer class I got?
You will have
You
to
little
go to
bitch.
Loxley Hall on the lower campus.
I don't think I got my one class.
You
I've also only got one class since I finished college.
No, I
okay?
mean,
So
I didn't.
I will tell each of you which building you need to go to for your class. You ready?
I probably should take notes
Uh,
on this, shouldn't I?
Gavin, you have to go to the building known as fuck. I did not write these down, so I have to actually
Oh.
find.
What should I put this under? Our arcane tomes. I'm just gonna put it under there.
4 is Miskatonic University School of Medicine.
Hey.
5 is Pleasley Psychological
Clinic.
Clinic and Greenwood Home Annex.
Yes, number 5. Okay, Jake, you are going to the Peasley Psych Clinic.
Okay.
James, you are going to the MU School of Medicine. And Gavin, or Jaden, you are going to the Munoz Clinic, which is in the same building as the MU School of Medicine.
Hey. High five.
The Munoz Clinic. Okay. So 4 Munoz Clinic. I'll put that in my bio.
Yeah, high five, man.
All right.
I don't know. I'm feeling kind of weird at the moment.
And then he leaves, and as you guys are just kind of standing in the park, kind of a little confused,
We
and
have orientation.
looking around, you notice that the sky is different.
That's
It is
nice.
it is nighttime. The moon is out, a full moon, but the moon and the stars are not the moon and the stars that you guys know.
What? That's crazy.
What are they?
You
Hell.
don't know. They look different. There's still moon, and it's still a moon and and a bunch of stars, but the constellations that you all know are not there. And the like pockets and craters on the moon that you can easily see on a full moon are in the wrong locations.
Oh.
So he said that my lineage was blessed by. Oh, I've got a
Okay. That's okay, guys. Question: is it just me who's noticing the moon?
No, no, no. You're not the only one noticing it.
Okay, so we're not going crazy. So,
I'm not exactly excited.
Can I talk through the mask?
Oh yeah, it feels like just like a surprisingly when you put it on, it's
Feels like a
very
filtered man.
light.
It's like, well, he's guys. He's doing his part.
It doesn't when you it doesn't feel heavy like metal, but it is clearly metal. But it reacts and acts the same way as a regular fabric face mask.
You know what? I appreciate
Oh.
Jay doing his part to prevent COVID.
But it is very like firm on your face. Like you would not be able to take it off by like whipping your head around. You would actually the only way to take this off is for you to physically take it
Unbuckle
off.
it and stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Is Howard still like within earshot?
He's kind of within earshot. Yeah.
I would say, does time work the same over here?
Yeah. Yes. Do not worry.
Are we able to make at least calls so long as we don't reveal the location?
He turns around at that.
I make a call to my sister.
Same
can
to his
make calls.
sister.
You can use your technology that you have. Just don't just make sure that you don't say anything. But if you do, there will be consequences.
Wonderful.
And do not worry. He kind of looks like he remembered something. Do not worry about your stuff. We have it in your dorm room already.
Wait, what?
What?
The shotgun's
And then
gone.
he turns around and walks away.
Great. So
I would look at the others and say, "The fuck is the blessing of an elder god?"
I want to point the fact I was told I could be a necromancer. The fuck is this?
Yeah. I mean, what?
I'm kind of excited and also terrified at once, guys.
I am just terrified.
Yeah, I do not understand.
Bruce.
Yeah. This is this is-
Jaden is gonna silently start walking away from the group towards on the map his dorms.
I'm
You all are
going-
in the same dorm building.
Oh, I thought we
I
had to walk to
also-
dorms.
I'm gonna walk with him.
I'm going to go find that
Uh,
Herbert West guy.
I would say, wait.
I mean,
James, could you come with me to the library?
Sure. Yeah.
Thanks.
it is nighttime.
Oh, it's nighttime over here. Okay.
Nah.
You guys just looked at the moon and the stars.
Oh wait.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah.
Okay, then I guess.
No, we
My
can still
turn.
go to the library. I'm sure.
You can try. You don't know if it's open or not.
Yeah,
we
let's
can
go
try.
check it and then head to the Yeah, let's check it first.
Vincent, libraries do in fact close.
They do. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
So-
But it's also a weird, mystical bullshit university. We don't know.
Yeah, so we'll stop by the library and then go to the dorm.
Okay.
Is it closed?
Um, it is not, but when you walk by the front door of the library, you see that the closing time is in like 30 minutes.
Okay, I would tell James to follow me and rush towards the librarian if there is one.
Who's following
Jack,
him?
Jaden, you said you're going to the dorm.
Yes, I'm going to my dorm.
Jack, what are you doing?
I'm following Jaden.
Okay. All right.
I'm
And
going.
then,
I'm going with Gavin.
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Jaden.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jaden.
Why'd you specify that?
I make sure because I can get it quickly confused, and
Wow, you don't know our character names, Jake? Wow.
James
right.
doesn't know about Jack, Jaden, Jay, and James.
All J names.
I know, it's so dumb. Why do we do this?
All right, guys. What are you doing in the library?
I would go to the librarian, and I would say, "Do you got any books on elder gods?"
The librarian turns around and kind of take a step back because he turns around and the first thing you notice is his eyes.
Oh, the mask, yeah.
No, the first thing you notice is the librarian's eyes.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
They are like 4 times too big for a human.
Oh.
Very bulbous, like a fish, and
Mm.
he's kind of got a mouth like a fish too.
He's a fish
It's like
person.
he's like this weird cross between fish and
Wait, I know the book you're referencing. Out of character.
Oh, I know too. I'm just sitting here going, shit.
when he speaks, it's kind of guttural, like he's not used to speak. You got based on what he looks like, you get the feeling that he would sound like it would sound normal if he were underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yes. What books?
Any of them have to do with, I don't know, the mouth or voice? Any elder gods?
Elder gods. For those kind of books, you would need a written note from your teacher, allowing you to check these out.
Okay.
What's the
It's
teacher?
the
In the,
restricted
what's the-
section of Hogwarts.
what's the teacher? What's the teacher of Muno's clinic?
Ryder, that's not your class.
I thought that's where I went.
No, you go to Loxley Hall.
Which is in the same area as Muno's.
I thought it was in. Oh, so it's in that building, but it's not that.
No, the ones that are in the same building is the Miskatonic School of Medicine and the Munoz Clinic.
Yeah.
Yours is Loxley Hall, which is a different building altogether,
What's the number?
Ew,
What's
bad.
the-
on the lower campus.
Oh,
Go to
10.
number 10 on
Loxley
the
Hall.
lower campus.
It's like the smallest building.
Ha! Suck it, nerd.
Okay, then I would ask, who's the teacher of Loxley Hall?
Loxley Hall. I don't know. I've never heard of a student being in Loxley Hall.
Oh.
Jay's eyes just widen and he goes, "What the fuck?"
Yes, sorry, but you will have to bring me a note from your teacher.
Cool.
All right.
Question. Do you have any books on piercing the veil of life and death?
He kind of gets this like gleam in his eye. Oh, one of Mr. West's students, I see.
Yeah, I think so.
He has actually checked out all of those books.
Ah.
He does not like anybody else to read any of that stuff. He is very protective of his knowledge. So sorry.
No,
There's nothing I can do.
no worries. Yeah. Do you have any anatomy books then?
Oh, plenty of anatomy books, and he
Okay,
points out
yeah.
like which bookshelf you need to go to,
I will go to that bookshelf
and
grab some
that
anatomy books.
bookshelf has, on that one bookshelf of anatomy, probably like 900 books.
Jeez,
Jay would just ask him, or her, I don't know who fish
It.
person is.
It.
Do you know what goes on in Locksley Hall?
No, I can't say. I don't think I've ever been near that building.
All right. Thank you very much.
Keep in mind that we are closing the library very soon.
Yeah, I'm heading out now.
Hey, Jay. I don't know which one to get.
Leave it for tomorrow. I really need to go to sleep so I can hurry
There
up.
is about like 10 shelves. It is a very tall bookshelf.
Can we leave it for tomorrow?
Yeah, probably for the best. I'm assuming. Are we in the same dorm area?
Yes.
Does it say?
He pointed out that one building and didn't say anything about anybody being in different buildings, so you're just assuming that yes.
And he said Elder God, not Great Old One, right?
He said Elder God.
Okay. Then yeah, I would just start heading towards my dorm.
All right.
I will walk
Alright.
with him and just kind of. James is very. He's excited, confused, and terrified all at once.
You would see that Jay is walking like a corpse. He's like very much out of it and distraught.
Hey,
Alright.
Jay, you good, man?
No.
Yeah, do you want to talk about it?
What's there to talk about? I gotta wear a mask or I'm gonna die cause some elder god blessed me?
Yeah.
And no one's telling me what an elder god is or what my blessing is, but everyone else gets to know what their blessings are.
Maybe we can figure
get
it out together?
Get this. When I talked about it, that fucking president of this place got scared.
Wait, what?
When he says that, you kind of remember back to when he, I mean, it's not that hard to remember back to the president, but you remember when every time he was looking at everybody, the entire time he was there, he showed zero emotion.
I don't think
It was basically like looking at like a mannequin. There was like no emotion.
Are you sure he got scared?
That's why it was so surprising. For a moment when I mentioned it, when I was getting angry that everyone else got to know, he was afraid of something.
That's... Oh, boy, okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm fucking terrified. If that guy's afraid of something, what the fuck does that mean?
It means one of two things. Either you're really fucking powerful and he's gonna be scared of you, or we need to figure something out quick.
Let's figure something out, even if it is the former.
Yeah, I guess we should start tomorrow? I
Yeah,
guess you just go to your classes, or I don't really...
Just,
I don't know what to do here, man.
I know. Thanks for...
First day of class all over again, boys! Hoo-ha!
All right, so you guys head to your dorms, and there's just a bunch of numbers on each dorm room. Yet as you walk by them, each of you stops at a different door because you just kind of stand there and like, this is my room.
Oh shit.
And you open and you open the door, and sure enough, in each of your rooms, there is your luggage.
That's pretty fun.
Some of it, there's the luggage that you brought. Some of it was luggage that you actually left back, like at your house.
What?
Jay doesn't give a shit. He jumps right into bed and is like,
But
I go to sleep.
all of your stuff is there, and it's a very nice dorm room. No roommates either.
Ooh. I got off scot-free.
Yeah, since I had no roommate.
Hey, Jack, you want a room together?
Time for this dreamer to dream.
Speaking of which, during the night.
Shit.
Before that, Chaz, I would have I wanted to catch up to Jaden because I wanted to talk to him.
Okay. Okay.
Jaden,
What's up?
I have a question.
Yeah, what is it?
That your dad wasn't was just a drinker?
Yeah. I don't talk about him much, but he doesn't really do much of anything. Mom's always pulling whatever little money we have before I stepped up, but yeah, he drinks.
Um, I'm sorry. If you need to talk about it, I I know how it
And he,
feels. And I'll immediately start walking away.
All
he just
right.
sort of sighs and goes back to his dorm. But before he goes to bed for the night, Chaz,
Yup.
I am going to go ahead and wire some money to my oldest siblings, and I'll just leave a little message like, "Hey, here you go. I got some money from the photos. I don't really need it right now, so
All right.
it's all for you."
All right. You can do that with no problem. Actually, as you do that, are you doing it on your phone?
Yeah, I'm
Or
doing it on my
or
phone.
on your phone? You notice that your signal
It's 5G.
is
Can
you count the bars that you have. And there are
666 bars.
8 bars on your phone.
Oh shit!
Holy,
Holy fuck!
who knew Cthulhu had such like strong Wi-Fi?
Cthulhu
Right?
out here.
All right, so you guys are sleeping.
Well,
Yep.
before that, I want to look for one more thing.
Oh,
Is there a coffee pot?
there is indeed a coffee
Hell
pot.
yeah. I had to be sure
Obviously.
the important thing was there. I'm sorry.
Just saying, if one of you starts throwing parties, Jay is gonna throw hands.
Wait, are we throwing? Oh hell yeah, we throwing a party.
All right, so you guys are sleeping.
We're throwing a party. I think you know. I'm just kidding.
Jay,
Oh boy, fucking hell.
you go
Haha.
into a dream, and you are by that church again.
Fucker.
Only this time, the entire church is rubble.
Ooh.
Looks like
Oh.
it collapsed in on itself.
Okay.
And you know you're dreaming. You know it because you know where you are.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're looking around, you see this. The only part of the church that is not destroyed into rubble is a doorway. What do you do?
I know that the dream's not gonna end until I go through.
Or I mean, you do whatever you want.
Okay. I don't feel the pull that I normally feel in this dream.
No.
I would investigate around a bit first.
Okay.
Is there anything of interest around?
The woods are normal. There is no sign of anybody having been in this clearing for a while. The trees are growing. The grass is growing. And the church is in rubble, but no, there's nothing really interesting.
I'll go through the doorway.
You open it, and it's just like a standalone doorway.
Okay.
Like the office door in the church
Mhm.
is the only thing that remains standing. But
Okay.
when you open it, it opens into a stairwell.
I'll go down.
And all right, you go down. Now these stairs are highly ornate, white marble stairs. There they go down, and it goes down pretty far. And as you reach the bottom of these steps, you find yourself at the edge of a cliff. And there are pillars with like a brazier on the top of them, standing on either side of this cliff. And standing right next to each pillar are two old-ish looking I don't know how to say this without people thinking I'm being offensive. Arabian men
Mm-hmm.
wearing a toga and fancy hats.
2 on each side of the braziers.
Yes,
Are they doing anything or just standing there?
they're just standing there.
Are they looking at me?
They are indeed.
I would say, hello?
What's your name? Jay Kingston. This is the one on the left.
Yeah.
You come here to the entrance of our world. Are you sure you want to continue?
Whose world?
It is not anyone's world. It is just is. We get many people descending our 70 steps. And we are the guardians of the Dreamlands.
Well, I don't see anywhere else to go, so
You can absolutely turn around and walk right back up. We do not judge, but we must warn you, if you continue down these steps and all of a sudden you see the at the edge of a cliff there is more steps that go down even farther than you can see. If you continue down these steps, there are many dangers. And we just want you to be prepared.
well, what is who are you?
I have told you, we are the guardians of the Dreamlands. I am Kamen Tha, and this is my brother, Nosht.
Common Thaw and Nosht. Um, why would I go into the Dreamlands?
I don't. You tell me. You are the one who is dreaming.
I didn't choose to dream of this.
Nobody ever chooses to dream. Whenever anybody dreams, they always have the option to enter the Dreamlands.
Well, I've dreamed it before, so shouldn't be anything different. I'll. Hmm. Was told that the. I was told that this place that Miskatonic is a safe place, and I'm wearing the mask.
Yeah, you are
Um,
not wearing the mask in your dream.
but I am, and I went to sleep in it.
You did? Okay. But you're not
Yeah.
wearing it in your dream.
Yeah. Jay is so. Jay is so curious, but he's also so afraid. It's a dream.
You do not look prepared for this journey.
Can I take it another time?
Oh, you can come back anytime. You just need to dream.
Let me take a couple days to think about it, and I'll be back.
They both take a deep bow. Farewell, Jay Kingston.
Thanks, Kamina and Nasht. See you later. I would try to wake up somehow.
All right. You walk back up the steps,
Stop
and
yourself.
as you exit the doorway, you wake up, and it is morning.
Okay, time to head to class, I guess.
Now, here, okay. For this section, I'm not going to go through your regular classes. I'm only going to give you the gameplay and everything of your Dreamer class.
Okay.
Do we want to do it the way we did the confession to the cops?
Yes.
Or do you want to just not care and just be a part of it?
I really liked how we did the confession, so I want to do that.
I am perfectly fine with doing it confession style, or I am perfectly fine doing it with no damn.
I will say each class might take more than just like 3 or 4 minutes like the confession thing did, so take that with what you will.
I'd be okay
I'm
still doing confession, honestly.
I'm perfectly fine with us doing confessions because I believe that will give us each a moment to step up and take a short break
Get
while
some
those
wassa.
go on.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is so cool.
All right, then we will do that. We will start with Jack Nathers.
Yo,
All right.
Okay, let me take my headset off real quick.
All right. I'm deafen. Just let me know when I need to undeafen.
I will ping you when you need to come in.
By the way,
Gotcha,
before I
gotcha.
go, are we down to go a bit later tonight, or?
I'm perfectly fine going later tonight.
Depends on how late.
I will say we are going to end this after we go through all of the classes.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Sounds good by me.
Alright.
But I will wait until my ping game.
I'm gonna get some
Alright.
wassa.
All right, Jake. Or should I say
Alright.
Jack? So you enter after okay, well, yeah.
I first wanted to be noted, me and Jayden are the first ones. Well, we are students that managed to bring firearms onto a college campus and not cause problems.
Yep.
Okay, done with my offensive statement of the day. I apologize.
All right. So you go into class and your class is full. There are a lot of students there. But you do manage to find an empty desk next in the back next to this one student who is sitting in the back corner. And as you sit down, the class starts and the teacher walks in. Greetings, class. I am Professor Peasley, and I welcome you all to your first real class on the glorious world of psychology and philosophy. Now, yes, you will go through and do your regular class studies on subjects that you would have learned from any regular university, but this is no regular university. And I am going to take part in giving you lessons on the minds of those that dwell above humans. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Aren't we, being dreamers, above humans? This is untrue, and I really hope that you do not go on thinking. We are no better and no worse than the regular humans on Earth. Just because we happen to have different experiences and different genetics, that does not mean that we are better. We treat them as equals because we are equals. I am talking about those that exist beyond. The creatures that have changed us and made us dreamers. You getting this so far?
Yes, I'm following along.
Okay. We classify these into 4 different categories: the outer gods, the elder gods, the great old ones, and the great ones. The outer gods exist on the edge of the universe, and they are almost as old as the universe itself, barely deigning necessary to approach us and interact. We don't worry too much about them, as they don't often come and interact with us. And we don't really know much about them, so we won't be talking about them as much. The Elder Gods were there before the Outer Gods. They were the ancestors of many of them, and they ruled over them until the Outer Gods overthrew them and took charge. After millennia of waiting and gathering their strength, they trapped the Great Old Ones here on Earth. Or not here on Earth. They trapped the Great Old Ones on Earth and dispersed across the cosmos. Occasionally, they find the time to visit, possibly to make sure the Great Old Ones are still trapped, possibly to check up on the human race. We don't know. What we do know is that they are seemingly benevolent, but we can't be too sure.
I would like to note that Jack is prolifically writing all of this down as fast as he possibly can, almost word for word, as Professor Peasley is speaking.
All right. He continues. Then we have the Great Old Ones, the children of the Outer Gods. Or some of them just really popped up from nowhere and everywhere. They are extremely malevolent. They despise mankind and dreamers alike, and they quite often despise their own ancestors as well. Perhaps it was out of fear that the Great Old Ones were too that the Great Old Ones were too dangerous. That the reasons why the Elder Gods trapped them. Or perhaps it was just because the Elder Gods wanted to protect humanity. Now, the Great Old Ones, oftentimes they spend their time attempting to break their chains and be free to wreak havoc on all of space. And sometimes they get very close, but that's where we come in to protect ourselves, to protect humanity. We need to keep the Great Old Ones in line. Yeah.
Jack's just nodding his head along, listening and prolifically writing it all down.
All right. Now we have the Great Ones. These are located exclusively in the Dreamlands, a realm of space that I will not get into right now. But just know this, they are few in number and weak in strength, and thus stick to the Dreamlands exclusively. They have been placed under the protective watch of an outer god by, if I remember correctly, he goes by the name of Nyarlathotep. Now, each of you have your separate studies, courtesy of your assignment from the president. Only one, all the students are scrambling to get their books ready and everything, and they go off and do their own separate things, and the teacher's kind of talking over all this noise. Only one of you is required to learn from me personally, and me only. So the rest of you will probably only see me during your normal psych lesson. Jack, if you could come with me.
I'm going to, like, for a second, not register and write out, Jack, come with me. Oh, shit! I'm going to put up all of my books really quickly and kind of from the back of the class, just head down really quickly and walk to follow the teacher.
All right. He brings you to a room right next door. It seems to be his office. So it's more one-on-one. He sits down, motions for you to sit as well.
I sit and go, thank you, Professor.
Jack, the
Yes.
president tells me you are to study an outer god.
I believe it was Yogg-Sothoth?
Not many people study an outer god, much less the Beyond One himself. I have
that a bad thing?
It just hasn't been done in a long time. I have quite a few books actually on this one. It is the one we know most about. As well as we will do some tests and experiments one-on-one for us to utilize from our knowledge on this. Now, keep in mind, and he leans forward, the more you study, the more you will find yourself being able to do. Keep that in mind. Remember, we as dreamers gain power with knowledge. But
Understood.
be careful. The last person to be influenced by the Beyond One was in the 60s. She managed to wield this incredible ability and power, but she was never the same. I would recommend talking to the president about that so you can be prepared just in case you inherit the same gift.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. That was Jake responding.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. I should speak to the president about the student, the a student from the '60s that studied the same.
Yes. You have your books.
What
And he
was
pushes her name.
Yes.
It was Carmen Cordova.
Thank you, Professor.
You have your books, and if you ever need help or want to schedule a test, just come to me. But you're pretty much on your own now.
All right then, Professor. Thank you again.
All right. Now, do you want to take this time to go talk to the president now, or do you want to do that later?
I would like to go speak to the president now, because I have a concern that is concerning to me.
Okay. You go and find the president's office. Knock on the door. Yes, Jack, come in.
Excuse me, Mr. President Howard. I was told by Professor Peasley to come speak to you. That I might need to know a little bit more about Miss Carmen Cordova.
He leans back and
In case I inherited the same power.
yes, I had the same worries myself. Yeah, do sit down.
I'll sit down and I'll also bring out a notebook
Mm-hmm.
just so that way I can follow and note.
Mm-hmm. Jack,
Yes, sir.
the ways of the Beyond One are vast. There are many different accounts for what has happened when human life and dreamers alike have encountered this being. Some not so good. In fact, most not so good. Our first good experience was actually with Miss Carmen, and even that ended not the best way. You see, she managed to inherit this ability of manipulating causality itself and changing the outcome of whatever she deemed necessary. But in private, she would talk to me about what the toll that it did to her, and she would claim, in her own words, to have visions and nightmares of what she called what could have been. And over the years of her using, sadly, she couldn't cope with it. And she committed suicide.
Well, that's fairly grim. That's fairly grim precedence. No
Yes,
good repertoire with the outer ones, and the great, and then the only one we've had is the Beyond One, and that ended in the suicide of a woman.
yes, but your mind is strong. I can tell. There, if you do get this ability, there is a very good chance that you will not suffer the same fate.
I will. I hopefully won't.
But if this stuff starts happening to you, do come to me.
Oh, I'll come to you, sir, and to Professor Peasley as fast as I can. There is one more concern I have. This
Yes,
is more of a personal one. Where did you get the name Baker from?
it is your true name. It is from your history. It is from your ancestry.
Please never refer to me by that name again. I never want to be referred to by that man's name ever again.
As you wish. No. You choose your path in life, and it is the only thing that others can do to follow it.
Path forward.
Continue with your studies, and I will see you soon.
Thank you, sir. I will. And I will immediately go and, with what books I have at the current second, start putting nose to book studying.
All right. So out of game, do you realize what ability I am giving you?
You're giving me essentially the chance to re-roll the dice.
No.
Oh. Okay.
You don't have to re-roll the dice. I mean, it does come at a physical and mental toll whenever you use the ability. But
I can change the results of my roll. In exchange, I take a physical or mental hit or a sanity hit against me as a what it could have been. Right?
in a sense, but it doesn't have to be exclusive to just rolls. The causality of life is vast. You can basically you'll be able to change the causality of things, which means it doesn't have to affect you. You can affect other things.
I think you know exactly what I'm going to start researching and seeing what the effects would be.
Actually, as you're leaving the president's office, he kind of calls out after you, and like as you're walking out, keep in mind, Jack, causality and reality share a very fine border.
Are you saying I shouldn't try to cause something to never happen?
What you do is up to you.
The effects could be disastrous.
What you do and their consequences are out of my control. Just be careful.
I will be.
All right, and that's your class.
All right then.
All right.
Holy heisa! All right, who do you? If I catch you on out the door, who do you want me to ping next?
Vincento, James.
All right then. Thank you. I'll be back.
Dramas.
I was summoned.
Yes, you were. Are you ready for your class?
I don't know. I got a cup of coffee first, of course.
Of course.
Of course, yeah. You got to do that, right?
Okay. So you walk to class, and you walk with Jaden because you're going to the same building.
Hell yeah, we are.
But your class comes first because your class is physically closer to the entrance of the building. And you enter the class, and the classroom is practically empty. A total, including yourself, of 3 students occupy the room.
Oh, wow.
And a man walks in, roughly like looking a year older than you. Now then, shall we get started? I am Hero West, and this class is a class on the body, on humans. This is a class on life and death. Nobody knows more about those things than yours truly. I alone found the door that separates life and its opposite. And when I did, I broke right the fuck through it. This class is not for everyone. And over the course of today, we shall test your knowledge and your stomach
Oh shit.
to see if you are indeed worthy of being my student. After that, you're gonna go through some tests. You ready?
Let's do it.
Over the course of your afternoon, you go under some rather interesting tests. If you could, I'm not gonna tell you what they are, because that is definitely not stream appropriate.
Oh no.
Could you make an anatomy roll?
Oh, come on.
Could you make an ethics?
Oh, jeez.
Roll.
We say how good ethics.
And your final roll, can you make a
I don't know that kind of role it is.
Come on, why not? I want you to make a first aid roll.
First aid. Where are you? First aid. There you are. Can I push the anatomy one?
All right. Keep him. Okay, the anatomy one is he brings in a fresh body
Cadaver, okay.
of a human that you touch it and it is kind of still warm,
Oh.
and he asks you to do an autopsy.
Oh yeah, can I push the anatomy roll then to
Yeah.
basically take a slow down and...
All right. Do it.
Aha!
There you go. And over the course of the afternoon, you undergo some rather interesting and
Ethically
difficult
challenging.
tests. And slowly the group gets brought down to just you.
Jeez.
You're back in the classroom and Herbert West looks at you. Well, well, well. It seems I have one student who stands true against my mettle. I'd say that you are worthy of my knowledge. Do not take this lightly. This is extremely dangerous if done incorrectly. Now know this. James, you are not to teach anyone the secrets that I will teach you over the course of this class. And believe me, I will know if you do. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Now, you will gain the know-how to do this, but you will not be able to fully replicate
Repucate.
my formula. If you run out, you have to come back to me for more. Just remember, as he hands you 3 bottles, or vials, of a glowing green liquid. Just remember, the strongest of wills is best used to overpower a submissive mind.
What?
And then he teaches you how to use the formula.
Ooh, do I learn a spell?
All right, so out of game, you know what you've been taught.
Yes, I do.
Out of game, you have learned how to gain information and help from a deceased creature of any kind. The formula takes a while to not make, but get, because you have to go back to Herbert West for more.
Yeah.
And you need a corpse to actually be able to use it.
Alright.
But keep in mind, you are just barely controlling it.
Yeah.
If you lose focus, not a good time.
Oh no. Is this
Alrighty.
out of character? Is this a spell?
No, it's an ability. You can put it under spells so that way you remember that you have it.
It just doesn't cost
But-
any magic points. It doesn't cost any sanity.
That you know of.
Any casting time?
Instant.
Instant. Okay. And
As
then
soon as you basically what you're doing is you're kind of like you cut open the body, rearrange the organs just a little bit so that way they're all a little bit connected, and then you inject the vial into their bloodstream.
you know what I'm gonna title this?
What?
Dead Men Can Tell Tales.
All right, and that was it for you. Let's bring in.
Alright, let me put my headset back off.
All right. Hello, Jaden.
Yo, gamer, what's good?
You ready for your class? Gavin?
Well, I suppose we'll just have to find out.
All right. You enter. You walk to class with James since you are going to the same building.
Right.
But he quickly goes off into his classroom as it is like right next to the entrance. You have a piece of paper detailing what room you need to go to in this building. And as you enter, you are the only student in this classroom. And this room looks very suspiciously like an embalming.
I'm going to check the paper and then check the door.
You are in the correct room.
There
Are no bodies on the embalming tables, and you are the only student with a teacher, you're guessing is a teacher, standing in the middle of the room waiting for you.
Are there any seats or any place to take a seat?
There is a seat.
I will take it. Looks like I'm early then.
Jaden, this is just for you. I bet you're wondering why you were sent here, when you are not one who generally deals in dead bodies.
I am wondering that, yes.
Do not worry. The president has requested I help you become the unseen and to further be able to see the unseen, and this is the best way to do it. All will be revealed for you, do not worry. But for now, how about a drink? Professor walks over to a table and hands you a to-go coffee cup. Once we finish this, we can start the lesson.
Okay, thank you. But he's gonna take a sip.
Oh yeah?
Can I ask a question? I still don't understand. A dreamer. It says that someone in an ancestry had some sort of contact with something. He said beyond this realm. What does that mean? Like aliens?
Probably an outer god or a great old one. I'm not sure. It changes depending on the dreamer.
Wait, hold on. A god? You mean like Jesus?
No, a real god. An
Um,
elder god. Great old one. And actually, you notice as you're drinking this, you didn't notice at first, but as you're drinking it, you realize this drink it's warm, thick, and it has a slight tang to it as if you're drinking from a metal cup.
Probably a frappe of some kind.
As soon as you finish the cup, your body just your torso just comes over in a hot, burning pain as if you just chugged boiling water.
Oh!
You feel it in your torso, you feel it in your chest, you feel it right behind your eyes, and your vision goes fuzzy.
What? And he's gonna tumble out of the chair. What did you do to me?
After a few seconds, the pain completely vanishes, and your vision comes back to normal. But when you get up and look around, you see that The embalming tables are now each holding a carcass of some kind of deer-like creature. They look like normal deer, except instead of a brown coat of hair, it's a nice, vibrant shade of juniper green.
Ooh. What did you do to me? What did I drink? Did you drug me?
No, nothing of the sort. Now, you see these creatures, yes?
And he's gonna take off his glasses and once again polish them. I see them.
Yes. These are the Slablubikik, an animal native to the Dreamlands. They are invisible to the normal eyes by default, and they only come into visibility when they choose to. The only way to truly see them at all times is to be one of them. Hence why I had to have you drink their blood.
He's gonna start spitting on the floor. Yo!
No. We cannot change the past. So let's just continue with the future. There are changes going on inside of you now. And
I'm not. I'm not gonna turn into one of them, right?
no. You should just be inheriting the abilities of the Slablubikik, merging with your already inherent ability to see what is not there. The president has told me about you, Jaden. You are quite the anomaly. Your soul exists in two planes: the physical plane and limbo. You see, Jaden, that's what allows you to see these things that you have been seeing. You're really just viewing into another plane of existence. And now we're just enhancing it a little.
Well, oh, let me ask a question. You said that I'm not a dreamer.
Oh, that's all changed now. You probably the changes going on inside you have probably turned you into a dreamer by now.
Wait, what? No. I was told that I wasn't one. I was told that those things couldn't find me. You did drug me?
Now they can't. Now that you have merged with this Lablubikik, your ability to see into the limbo is not limited to only visual. It is physical as well.
Huh?
But, Jaden, be careful. When you exist solely in limbo, while you may be unseen to in the eyes of those here, there are things in limbo that might take notice if you stay there too long.
So you said that I can turn invisible to those things and they'll leave me alone now?
They should.
How do I do that?
And then over the course of your class, she will teach you how to harness your newfound ability and how to better utilize your ability that you already had. Gavin, basically out of game. Do you realize what you have now?
I have the ability to remain hidden.
Basically, what you do is you shift your body and soul into limbo. You can still see and hear from the physical plane, but you'll just be existing on an overlapping plane of existence, kind of thing.
Right, I've become a green deer man.
Now, the drawback is if you stay there for too long or if you do things in limbo, there are creatures in limbo that are or just not in limbo but extra dimensional creatures that might sense your presence, and not all of them are good.
All right. So it looks like I have reason to fear,
Yes. Yes, you
but
do.
it, it looks like I have less reason to fear than other people.
Yes. And that was your class. So I'm going to bring in Ryan.
All right, sounds good. I will go and remute myself.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Ryder. Or should I say, Jay Kingston.
You should say that.
Hello.
So yeah, I wake up, and I guess I'll head to class.
All right. So you head to class. It takes you a little longer to get to class since you have to go through. You have to go to the lower campus, and you're all the way on the far end of the upper campus.
Uh-huh.
But as you're going through, you notice that the lower campus is located. I mean, obviously, it's located off site of the upper campus. But you have to walk through a whole town that you don't that you didn't know was here. And as you're walking by, you notice that you're walking through obviously a replica because the buildings look younger, but you're walking through Old Town Arkham,
Hmm. Okay.
minus all the cracked bricks, all the moss and ivy on the buildings. It looks brand new.
Okay.
But and there are people around just living their lives.
Are they wearing
Um,
normal time clothes or old
uh,
time clothes?
a mixture of both.
Mixture. Okay.
And occasionally you see, like, as you're walking by, you see sitting on a park bench, you see just you see a normal person talking to someone who looked very much like the librarian, and they're just having a normal conversation.
Huh. Okay.
But you finally make it to Loxley Hall, and
Why is there all this mystery around my shit? God damn it. Okay.
you
Yeah, I
open up the room, and it opens into a like a auditorium hall of sorts, an auditorium of sorts.
uh-huh.
And it's empty, dusty, cobwebs everywhere. Nobody's been in this building for quite some time, and it shows. But as you enter, your footsteps echo across the empty auditorium, and from a back room, an ancient-looking woman comes hobbling out. And Ryder, when I say ancient, I mean she looks like she should have died about 50 years ago.
Oh, wow.
But she looks at you, and when she starts talking, you're surprised because her voice sounds like she's 30 years old.
Huh.
I see the president wasn't kidding. He finally sent me a student. I was surprised he remembered I was here. Not even the people who took over the school in the past remembered me. I was completely unaffected by the takeover. What
What
brings you here, young man?
um I was told that I was given a blessing by an elder god?
Oh, yes. I do remember him telling me about that. You brought that device the president gave you, yes?
Yeah. What do you mean by the takeover?
It is school history. You can find more about it. It's all boring stuff.
Okay.
Come here.
I,
She motions for you to get up onto the stage.
I get up.
Oh, he tells me your family was given a gift from the elder gods. Very intriguing, very intriguing. Did you know about this?
I have no clue what's going on.
So I'm guessing you don't even know which elder god it was that gifted your bloodline?
I don't.
I guess I suppose that's fair, judging by.
But I have been having dreams.
Hmm. We all have dreams.
Have you
But
heard of the dream world and Kamina and Nasht?
It's been a long time, but the names do sound slightly familiar. She takes a moment and kind of cocks her head. Judging by the way your blood sings, you haven't activated your gift for very long.
What do you mean?
Not to worry. We can get into your questions after the lesson.
Okay.
Now let's begin. Be very careful with what I teach you. It is the most dangerous thing anyone will ever learn in this school. And believe me, some of the stuff we do here is very dangerous.
Why is my gift so dangerous?
Are you wearing the thing?
I guess I would put it on.
What do you know about the Enochian language, my dear Jay?
What does Jay know about the Enochian language?
Do you want to make an occult roll?
Sure. Yeah,
No,
nothing.
you don't know anything about the Enochian language.
Uh, never heard of it. Is it Asian or something?
Uh, Not quite. It was brought to light to the human race in the late 16th century, if I remember, but in reality it's been around far longer. It is the language of the angels.
Okay.
And in fact, a dream, if I remember correctly, a dreamer under my own personal teachings was the one who discovered it.
In
Uh,
the 16th century.
yes, a long time ago. You may know of him actually. John John D.
Never heard of him, but
Mm,
you were alive in the 16th century?
I know. I look old. I look young for my age, don't I? But
Jay's just looking flabbergasted.
this is your gift.
Am I gonna live that long?
No. The language is your gift. You are able to use it. You're able to speak it. That's why you need to know. That's why you need to use that. And she taps on the mask. You need to use that, or you will die. And not a peaceful death either. It will be truly horrific.
How did I awaken it then without it? And I don't remember ever speaking
The
in a different language.
the Enochian language is only able to be used by those who are chosen and given the gift of being able to speak it, or more precise, sing it.
I see.
In fact, you've been slightly using it very recently, haven't you?
I always sing in English.
Oh no, the Enochian language isn't word, my dear boy. It is the feelings that you get when you sing. It is the emotions that you convey into the words that you speak. The Enochian language can take form of many different languages, of many different forms, but it is the way you use it, the emotion that you pour into your song, into your words that you speak, that is what is affected.
Ah.
Now, if you use it against someone, it can do many things. If you use it against a creature, it can do many different things. But most notably, the similarities amongst it, it'll make them very, what is the word? Amenable to your direction and others. And orders, I mean, sorry.
Oh. Is that how I calm down Dante?
But keep in mind, And she kind of slows down her speaking and just kind of looks at you very serious now. Keep in mind, this is the language of the angels. It is not truly meant to be spoken by a mortal, even if you are a dreamer. Now, thanks to your bloodline, you are the only one who will properly be able to pronounce this language, to really form your emotions into words that utilize this language. And you have to be very careful. What I said was indeed true, young one. Your blood quite literally sings. That is your gift. The face mask protects your soul, your entire state of being, from being burned up and basically turned inside out, while still allowing you to do what you do best.
Do you have a gift like this? Did the elder gods bless you?
No, 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 I did not get any. I am a teacher. I am not a user.
Hmm. Okay.
And over the course of the next hour, or two, she teaches you how to properly use this and really actually be able to use it instead of just the little things that you had done before. She brings in test subjects for you to use it on, and it is all perfectly safe and nothing too out of line.
Hmm.
But yeah. So out of game, do you know what you have just gotten?
Uh, let me think. I know that they're uh true speech. Is that what it's called?
Oh, I mean, no, just like, do you know what ability you have? It's not really a spell. It's just like this ability that you have.
Ah.
Although, if you want, you can put it under your spells in the character sheet so you can remember that you have it.
So it's that my singing can uh enchant people.
Yeah, it can influence them, and yeah,
Where's the so under spells?
you can
Edit
just put
mode.
whatever you need to put there to remind you what it is that you have.
Musical enchantment.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the drawback is you have to wear that when you are using it. Otherwise, bad stuff will happen. Otherwise, if you're not using the ability, you don't have to wear it.
Okay. So after class, after she teaches me this,
Uh,
uh, does she? I would ask her. So about Kamina and Nasht and the dream world.
yes, yes.
Does that have anything to do with this?
No, no. The dream world appears to everyone. Well, mostly everyone.
Okay.
It's just the dreamlands. It's just where you go when you dream. It's a world within itself.
They said it's dangerous.
It is. It is very dangerous, and I wouldn't recommend going in alone.
How do I not go in alone?
Dream.
Well, I did, but I was alone.
No, they need to dream. If you want other people to join you, they need to dream.
Well, we're all dreamers. Why weren't they there?
Not everybody wants to go into the dream world.
Uh,
Sometimes we send people in to check up on on the ruler of dream world, the so self-appointed ruler of dream world, but for the most part it's very safe.
okay. And about this ability, Do you know where I got it from? This
Oh,
Elder God? I don't know the Elder Gods.
I do not know the elder gods. They teach more knowledge of the different gods in psychology and philosophy. That's out of my realm.
Did I get it from I don't know, some god singing or something? Or since it's angel speak, could it just be any of them?
Could be. I don't really know much about the elder gods. I tend to stay away from them. Annoying bunch.
I don't think I was really given a choice. So why would these annoying bunch give me a gift?
Who knows? You'd have to look into your history for that. You'd have to look back to the first of your line that got the ability.
I thought you said I was the only one.
No, no, no. This goes back generations.
Hmm.
Or so the president tells me.
So he knows my history.
Oh, the president knows a lot of
When I was talking about all this stuff, he got a look on his face like he was worried.
President? Nah, you must be the president doesn't have emotions.
Jay's eyes would widen. Even this really old woman hasn't seen it. Okay, wow.
But I'm tired and I must sleep.
Can I get you to sign this saying that I can look at the library?
Yes, yes, yes. She puts a little scribble and then kind of punches a hole with the pen onto the side. Hey, there you go.
All right.
You look at it and it's literally just a scribble and then a hole.
Hmm. Well, see ya next class, I guess, teach.
Goodbye, Jay Kingston.
That's ominous. Okay.
All
Jay
right.
would head out and
All right.
go look for the others.
All right. I really need to get everybody back in.
Yeah.
They will. If they will.
I was resummoned.
Uh,
I forgot Jake's Discord name is that.
Hello, everybody. Come back in here.
losers.
Get your asses back to class, nerds.
Come back in here. Hello. Ah. Ah. People. Oh my
Fuckers.
god.
Yeah, we don't need
Seriously?
'em.
What the heck?
What the hell, guys? Come on.
Cutting class. There they are.
They're
There's
cutting class, the bitches.
There is Jaden. Where is Jack?
There's Jack. Cutting class on his first day.
We were gone a minute.
Yeah, excuses. That's
All
all I
right.
hear.
Now, classes are over for the day. If you want to reconvene and talk about your classes, you can. If you want to do whatever, you can. You can go to lunch. There is a cafeteria, or you can go into town. Ryder can tell you all about that. They have restaurants there.
Jay would hurry over to what's that building that he's in? Building 4, the School of Medicine.
Yeah,
School
that
mess.
me.
Okay.
That's your boy.
You're gonna go over to Jaden and James. All right, guys.
Yeah, I'm here.
I know where I'm at, and they're not anywhere near where I would be.
I am going to try and cozy up to some of these students. I want to go to the cafeteria. Besides, the cafeteria is probably cheaper than the other stuff.
Funny thing is that I actually went to the cafeteria to study.
I would ask James if he could come with him to the library again.
Yeah, sure. He's holding like 3 vials of this green liquid.
Glowing.
Glowing green liquid, yeah.
What
It's
was
like
your
a neon green almost.
What was your class like?
Strange.
Hmm.
Very, very strange.
Okay.
He just kind of looks perplexed and is looking at those vials, kind of rolling them over in his hands before he puts them in his bag. How did you figure out the mask thing and the note and
Jay
all?
would Jay would take off his mask and say, "Yeah, kinda."
So do you have to keep wearing it, or what's the deal?
I just have to wear it if I'm using whatever my gift is.
Okay. Neato. What is your gift?
Hmm.
This pulls out a shotgun.
That's good.
I'm working through him.
My
This
gift-
is f***ing Zoe.
My gift is killing you.
I need to look up elder gods.
Did you get the note you needed?
He would brandish a piece of paper with a scribble and a hole in it and say, "Sure."
I'm sorry, I'm laughing out of character at that. That's the note.
My teacher said that she had a student back in the 16th century.
Jeez, no wonder the librarian
I
didn't
mean,
know.
she only looked 150, and she sounded like she was 30. So, yeah, I don't know. Everything about my class was a little weird.
I'm in the same boat as you. I'm now the only student in my class, too.
I'm the only student in mine. Apparently, my class hasn't had a student in hundreds of years.
Mine just worked off a fear factor, and there was 3, and now there's just me.
That sounds like a normal med school.
Yeah, basically. In that regard, at least.
You're just gonna hear like an ethereal voice go, "At least you're not speed running it."
No, that's me. In real life.
All right, so you guys are heading to the library. Then Jay and Jack, you guys are in the cafeteria.
I am?
No, not
Jack
Jay. Jaden.
in the cafeteria.
Cool.
Whether eventually in the cafeteria, that's another story.
What? What?
Jack is just literally sitting at like 2 books on either side, standing up, just reading between the 2 of them, studying the books that he has, and just is prolifically writing
In the cafeteria?
in the cafeteria.
Okay. Jaden, you walk in, you see that.
Uh,
You know, it's very empty. There's like 10 people just kind of scattered around.
um,
And there
For-
may be a big cup of coffee in front of the books.
And then you see Jack surrounded in books with a cup of coffee.
goes ahead and gets his food. He'll walk over to Jack. How's it going?
Huh? Oh.
Yes.
Hi there, Jake. Oh, just the risk of death and everything else as per normal since we all met one another. Nothing out of the ordinary. Oh, other than I'm killing myself before the end of this.
I'm sorry. What?
Oh, something about how I can change fate and I might have nightmares of things of what could have been, and it might become too much and I kill myself like the last student.
Oh.
That's worse than what happened to me. They
What
had
happened?
they had me drink a green deer man's blood.
Like Jack's entire brain just is like Processing. If you could actually see a visual LED screen on Jack's face, it just now says 404 error exe has stopped working.
Jaden, by the way, your food that you got from the cafeteria, you just picked up a plate and you look down and there's a slice of authentic New York pizza on your plate.
Oh, I went to talk to Jack before I got the food.
Okay, well, I'm telling you when you got your food.
What up?
All
Big
right.
Fit.
All right, hold on. I gotta channel my inner New Yorker. Hey, I'm walking here.
I take offense to that as a fellow New Yorker.
Yeah, nobody cares. Oh,
Okay, if your state of
I just used mine. No.
Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and try and talk to some of the other students. That seems to be the best option right now. Maybe they can tell me a bit more about what's all going on. But I'll talk to you later, I guess.
No. I'm gonna start closing up the books and setting them all. I probably should try. If I'm gonna be here for any length of time, I should probably try to get to know somebody other than our little group, because yeah, this shit's just not gonna. I think I'd rather be at my. I think I'd rather be at my in my childhood than this. It was less stressful.
Well, you're welcome to join me, but it's your call. Either way, I'm gonna go ahead and get myself some grub. I'm looking for a meal that isn't probably rotting, and
I
also not.
would have to agree.
Okay, Mr. Combs.
Hey, talk about Mr. Combs.
Give me that briefcase.
Oh my god, we're already making references to it.
Did you not hear what he said? He's gonna teach me to remain hidden. How is that not Mr. Combs?
Old campaign of ours. Oh.
All right, so you go get food.
I'm gonna go with him to get some food.
Go get food. Okay.
I am going to size up the people in the cafeteria. Who
Jack.
seems
Okay, well, just a second. Jack, you pick up the plate and you look down and there is a dish on your plate
Mm-hmm.
that looks just like the food that you serve at the cafe.
Ooh.
They stealing my recipe, bitches.
stealing my recipe?
That is how I sued Miskatonic for $4 billion.
That's like how my tuition paid for.
I take a bite. I guess what I get is you said it's starting to get fall, right?
Yeah.
I guess the thing that actually appears is a beef stew,
Yep.
and I kind of like quickly dip in. Does it taste exactly like?
It tastes like your family's secret recipe.
Holy sh!
Magic is pretty cool.
I wonder if that means that I could possibly get that again. Anyways,
Okay, so you guys are going to find a student in the cafeteria to talk to. There's not many options.
Who seems the most friendly and sociable?
Well, how bulbous are you okay with eyes being?
I'm willing to go full bulbous to least bulbous. Preferably somewhere between half and half. Because that seems like the best breed.
Ah, okay.
Okay. You see a man hunched over what looks like a whole fish. You see a young woman, it looks to be about like 19, sitting there eating a sandwich, and at the same time drawing on a canvas. Like they brought, like, she has an easel sitting on the table next to her and is painting on the canvas. And then behind you, you see some guy just chowing down on a good old lasagna.
Full fish. We've got a woman who is doing the eat and do your work at the same time thing.
And you
So
got
obviously
toes.
crazy. And then we've got a normal guy. So clearly we can't talk to women. But so look,
I
do
mean,
you
have you
think
met
that
her
None of
character?
these characters are going to go do social interactions. What the fuck?
look, I'm just saying, do you think that James and Jaden are the kind to
James
seduce a
is.
woman?
Don't you mean Jack?
Yeah, my bad, Jack.
James already did.
So did Jay.
But my vote's lasagna, man.
Lasagna man.
Besides, lasagna, it's Italian food. It's the closest thing to pizza here.
Yep. A fellow New Yorker at heart.
All right.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and go over to lasagna, man. Hey, is this seat taken?
He looks up and you notice, first off, that looking at his face kind of makes your brain hurt.
That's
Um,
racist.
and as
This
you
university makes my brain hurt.
as you kind of focus on his face, you see that it's changing as he's just staring at you.
God dang it, we picked the wrong one.
It's
Nyarlathotep.
moving around. It's moving around like kind of like a Rubik's cube moving around kind of thing. In random patterns and everything. He's like, yes, how can I help you?
Gone for the fish. I'm just looking for somewhere to eat. Do you mind if we take this seat?
Oh, there's plenty of room in this whole place. Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna take a seat next to him. See, you've got some lasagna there. You're a fan of Italian food?
Oh, is that what that says?
I'm just gonna sit down across from them both and just kind of start eating, just like eating cornbread and soup.
This is a great start to a friendship.
I thought it was cake that went bad.
Uh,
Jack is just sitting there like, not knowing if he should laugh, but he slightly is. Like
He pulls he grabs a fork full of the lasagna and kind of puts it towards that face of his, and it kind of is like a boat motor and just kind of like rips up the fork and the lasagna, and then he just puts it down and grabs a new fork.
I'm gonna lean over and whisper to Jack.
Tomorrow we try the fish man.
Jack is just sitting there like, I should have continued studying.
So, how long have you been at this school?
About 3 years now.
Years? So you're probably, I'm not sure how it works, but you're probably getting close to being done with your classes?
Probably. That's the good thing of it is once you finish school, we can if we don't feel safe in the real world anymore, we can move into town.
Oh, neat.
Into town, like into Arkham?
Uh, you don't know yet. Are you guys new?
Yeah, we just came in yesterday.
Say that? Like today, first day, dude?
Yeah, this back in the 50s, they moved this school to a different plane of existence, and they took with them a mirror image of Arkham
Oh,
for graduates to live in.
Toad.
As you do.
Because
James
for some of us, it's not safe living in the real world anymore. and so we just stay here.
He's gonna nod as if that makes perfect sense, and he's not absolutely mind boggled.
Oh my god, you've done a perfect blend. Oh my god, why is it making sense?
I've done a what?
Nothing. We'll talk about it after stream.
Okay.
Do
We're
you
gonna
mind?
end the stream after this conversation anyway.
Do you mind if I
Sure.
ask slight? Do you mind if I ask a slightly weird question? I'm still getting
You're still what? Sorry.
an elder god.
No, I didn't hear what you said. What did you say?
Oh, I said, do you mind if I ask you a weird question? I'm still getting used to this whole
Okay.
thing. Do you know what an elder god is?
Oh yeah, we learn about that in psychology. It's one of the four classifications of deities in our universe.
Yeah, elder, great, and great old and great ones, right?
Yeah, those are the ones.
What do they do exactly?
I mean, all sorts of things. Sometimes they interact with what they view as lesser beings, which would be
Just you.
people who live on Earth. Sometimes the cats of Saturn. Sometimes the Moon Men. They interact with a lot of people.
Hold on, you're throwing too much information at me. The men on Saturn.
The what? No, there's no men on Saturn. It's only cats.
Stop.
There are only cats on Saturn. There are
No,
no
you
men.
see, men go to Jupiter to get
God
more.
damn, shut up, Ryder.
From Venus. Didn't you know this, Gavin? I mean, come on, kid, keep up here. We know you're the baby in the group, but still, you should know this kinds of things by 18.
I'm older than Vincent.
Technically, we're the same age. Wait. Let's get to that
Well,
straight.
whatever. Hurry up.
Let's continue. Let's
go to the
continue.
library.
But are they like? I've never heard of this before. I've never seen any religion like this.
Religion. What? This isn't religion. This is real life.
I think a lot of people are gonna get angry at you for that sort of comment.
Is this the real life?
Shit.
Did they like?
I'm in a landslide.
Did they make the you know what? That's not
It's
important.
reality now.
You said they said that when one of those deities interact with a person, that their descendants might turn out to be a dreamer.
No,
How
yeah,
does that?
one of the deities, a creature from a different dimension. It's all connected. You know, if you have any deep encounter with any of them, it changes you.
I'm gonna kind of like lean over and whisper to Jaden. I can explain at the dorm rooms. And I'll kind of like hold up my notebook.
The guy in front of you kind of grabs another fork full of lasagna and just kind of smushes it and like does the same whole boat motor eating technique that he was doing.
You said that you were in psychology, like today.
I took that first year.
Ah. Okay.
Freshman.
Well, you say freshman, but that's my freaking major. So. Okay. Interesting. And what's your name?
Oh, they call me, and he makes like this series of like beeps and whistles. That you find it very hard to replicate. It's like a series of like beeps, whistles, and like air blowing through the Rubik's cube edges.
It's R2D2 speak.
And
I just feel like you just threw a series of expletives at me.
He sees your like flustered expressions. Oh, but you can call me James.
Another James.
Another J. Wait, hold on. What's the fishman's name?
I'm just gonna call you Beep. How about that?
I bet he has a Beep has a side job as a DJ named Click.
I like this theory.
All right, so we've ended that. We're gonna go over to
Library.
Ryder and Vincent with the library, and then we can end the.
Sounds good. Tomorrow, I try the Fishman.
All right, you guys going to the library?
Yep.
we are.
Librarian is there.
Ryder would hold. I mean, sorry. Jay would hold
Who?
up the piece of paper and say, "I got the signature."
Oh, let me see that. He grabs it from you. Oh, you're a student of Miss Haringa. Okay.
Apparently.
Yes, yes. It is just on the second floor, about the 30th bookshelf in. There'll be about like 6 books. There, that's what you'll find.
What was that language called again? What was the language called? that
The
I'm-
Enochian script.
Okay. I would ask him. Do you know if any of them are specifically about the Enochian script?
I have books on the Enochian language, but I don't think I have any books that have both.
All right. Could I see one about the Enochian language?
Yeah. He runs into the back room and pulls out a book and comes back and gives it to you, and you have a book on the Enochian script.
All right.
Why did you say
Can I read it?
Yes, it is written in. Well, actually, what languages do you speak? / read.
I speak English and
Do you s-
apparently Enochian.
Do you speak any other language?
No.
Hmm. I see.
Well, dreaming technically is listed as a language skill for me, so
I put that there because there was another place to put it. The book you can tell is written in non-English, and you can't read it.
I would ask him, do you got one in English?
No, that is my only book on the language, written by the one who brought it to light to the human
Back in the
kind.
1600s?
Yeah. The John something, I think.
What was his name?
John D.
John D.
Yeah, I think that was right.
What language is it in?
I don't know, probably the guy's native language.
Okay, I'll go look at Elder God's books then. You said they were over here?
Yeah.
Can you help me out here, James?
Yeah, no, for sure. So, what are you looking for?
In any of the Elder Gods books, I'm looking for references to the Enochian language. And do you speak this language or recognize it at all?
What language?
What languages do you speak / read?
It's probably not that. I only speak English. Oh no, I speak Actually, no, I do have a different one.
You don't know any Latin?
I do know. I have English and Latin.
Okay. You do not know the language.
Not even close.
Damn it.
Oh,
And-
no, yeah, you don't know the language.
Flipping through, there wouldn't be anything I recognize with, like, could I put on the mask and try to, like, I guess, like, look through it with the mask on, and I'm gonna shoot you a message?
You can. Nothing changes.
Well,
Yeah, nothing changes.
Okay. Then, he would say, let's look at these books on Elder Gods. Let's see if they have any references to the Enochian language.
Okay.
So, do we find any references?
You do not. You find you read up on the different listed elder gods, some of which include Oryx, Ostalun, Nodens, Ulthar, Vorvados, Bast, Hypnos, Amaterasu,
Jeez.
Pygon, Yeditha, and Chululas.
Do any of them have like specific purviews that would stand out to me with what my capabilities are?
Not really. The one that kind of speaks to you just because of what's been going on with you recently is Hypnos, because he is the elder god of sleep. But nothing about your gift.
All right. And okay, so I'm at a dead end. I guess I'll just check out the book in a language I don't recognize. And are the letter is the lettering anything that I can like whenever I look through the different keyboards I can use in the in my phone, do any of them match the lettering in the book?
Yes,
Which one?
Italian.
Fucking Italian. God damn it.
I was just gonna say, I get the feeling it's gonna be me or Jaden has to read it. Because I do French,
Wait.
I think Jaden does a different language.
I just realized Italian and my history. Maybe I'm related to this fella. Anyway, uh, yeah, I guess I'll have to start studying up on Italian or find someone who knows it.
All right, and that is our session.
Yep.
As that it is.
Oh, well, now.
We went a little long, but that's okay.
I think everyone will enjoy a long session, and I enjoy having these long games.
I do too, but I gotta get up early in the morning.
No, you don't.
Well, guys, that was holy shit.
And that actually concludes the, I guess you could say, one shot. These 3 sessions are technically
Yeah.
just one shot.
Oh, does that mean we get our investigator development phase?
Yes.
Aha!
As well as
Do that real quick here on stream, or do we want to do that off stream?
I want to do it
we can
off
just do that off
stream.
stream.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little boring for the
It
audience.
is. It's a little boring for the audience.
Well, if they don't want to watch, they can leave.
Well, I mean,
Well,
we
you're
just
bed, so...
Okay.
Let's save the off-screen paperwork for off-screen. That's they're right. This seems more off-screen paperwork.
Thank you all for watching.
Yes, thank you for all watching, and don't forget tomorrow is Father's Day, so make sure
Today.
to thank your fathers.
Technically today, yes, but yes. Sunday is Father's Day.
I will break your arms.
Yeah. Don't forget that not everyone lives in our time zone.
Well, fuck you.
Yeah, so remember, June 21st is Father's Day, everybody, so thank your fathers and thank your parental figure. Your parental figure, yeah, that serves in that position.
Everyone give praise to the All Father.
Give
No.
praise
And with
to
that,
Father.
and with that said, we will see you guys next week for some more classes.